just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. Perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Something in your eyes makes me wanna lose myself. Makes me wanna lose myself in your arms. There's something in your voice that makes my heart beat fast. Hope this feeling lasts the rest of my life. If you knew how lonely my life has been, and how long I've been so alone. And if you someone to come along and change my life the way you've done. It feels like home to me. It feels like home.
Pause. All right, it's Tuesday. It's a Tuesday afternoon. No, it's Tuesday evening here. It is the 30th day of September, a day I'll always remember. What do I always say? Because that was the day my daddy died. Well, you know, it's just something that sticks out in my mind. I have no idea why I say that, but it just, we have to put up through September and through November of me saying that, and December. Because it's just one of those stupid things that I do. I know there's a lot going on in the world. Everybody wants to know about the Ebola virus in Dallas. Well, it has been confirmed that it was in Presby off Walnut Hill and 75, and it has been contained. A patient who had visited Africa was confirmed with Ebola here in Dallas. And it has been what am I doing here? Successfully quarantined, I guess you would say. Isolated, whatever. And I'm not worried about it. Of course, I don't really hang out over at Presbyterian Hospital, to be honest with you. You know, I've heard many times people say that the hospital is one of the most, one of the more dangerous places that you can be as far as infectious diseases. Very sad. Very, very sad. So I'm just going to wing it tonight and maybe play some. How did y'all like that call last night with Mark? It kind of drug on for a lot longer than I would have maybe wanted it to. I think I'm going to run over to Dan O'Day. You know we love Dan O'Day, the little singers that give us the Dan O'Day. Take it away, singers. DanO'Day.com. That means Debbie's at DanO'Day.com, which is where you get show prep for your internet radio show. How is everybody this evening? Is everybody all right? Or this morning? Or this afternoon? Whenever you're listening to this replay. I sound funny, don't I? Because I'm reading and thinking and talking at the same time. So let's just dive right into this and see what's going on. What can we do? I'm doing this all by my little self, which is hard to do. You can't expect perfection whenever you've got one person that's doing the board, one person that's on the spot. That's my arm for my microphone. I'm trying to get it closer to me so I can see. Okay. I'm doing everything here, so be nice. Right? Be nice to me. First things first on the Debbie Daly Show is today's famous birthdays. On whoever knew what he said there? I never understood what he says there. He says, today it's your birthday, and then he says something like, son of a two, yeah, or something. Let's find out and just kill this right now. Let's look up and see what Paul McCartney says on that Beatles birthday song, which was just really kind of a silly song, but whatever. I'm dying to know. I've never understood it. He says, da 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 da, they say it's your birthday, da 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 da, it's my birthday too, yeah. How many of you did not know that? They say it's your birthday, da 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 da, it's my birthday too, yeah. I never knew that until this very, very moment. And then he says, they say it's your birthday, we're going to have a good time. I'm glad it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. And then they repeat the same old thing over and over again. Again, boys, please. Now we're going to all be listening for it, right? Let's listen to see if he says, it's my birthday too, yeah.
Say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. Say it's your birthday.
There's no telling all these years what I've sang. I thought he said something like 22 or something. But anyway, let's go on. Today's birthdays are famous birthdays today. Not mine. All right, let's see if we can know any of these people. Sometimes I don't know any of them. Fran Drescher, happy birthday. 57 years old today and looking still gorgeous. Happy birthday to Fran Drescher. T-Pain, the famous rapper T-Pain, is 29 today. Happy birthday to T-Pain. Let me see who else I know on here. Jenna Elfman. Jenna Elfman did that series called, wasn't it called like Jenna? She's 43 today. Happy birthday to you. Marilyn McCoo, who was also with Marilyn McCoo and Billy Ray Stevens or something like that. Happy birthday to you. You are 71 years old today. Wow. Thank you, Beatles. We're going to take it from here, though, guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Marilyn McCoo and Billy, I don't remember that name. Anyway, Buddy Rich, the famous drummer, is now deceased. Today was his birthday. Happy birthday to you, post-mortem. We've got happy birthday to Truman Capote, who is now deceased. He would have been, well, he died in 84. He was born in 24. He was only 60 years old when he died. Wow. Let's see who else we have. Jack Wilde. Born in 1952, died in 2006. Today was his birthday. Let's see who else we have. Robbie Takak says he's a bassist. He's 50 years old. Happy birthday to you, wherever you are. And Crystal Bernard, she's 53. She's that hot actress that, gosh, I can't remember what she played in. Getting a vision. No, she was in, I don't remember, I'd have to look it up. Oh, she was in some old series. Keisha Buchanan is a singer. She's 30 today. Happy birthday to you. And Sissy Houston is 81 today. I don't know who that is. Laura Esquivel is 64 today. She's an author. Happy birthday to you. Ola Jordan is a dancer. She's 32. Leah Mustafina is 20. She is a gymnast. Shouts out to you. Johnny Mathis, who sings different than anybody I've ever known. He is 79 years old today. Happy birthday, Johnny Mathis. So is Barry Williams of the Brady Bunch. He is 60 years old today. Wow. Happy birthday to you, Barry Williams. He was Greg, I think. Greg, yeah. Johnny Mathis. Zach Dorsey is 18, and it doesn't say what he is. Trevor Moran is a web video star, a YouTube star, it looks like. He's only 16 today. Oh, go to bed. You're too little to be hanging out right now. Johnny Mathis. He had a strange voice, if I remember correctly. Johnny Mathis. Let me see if I can dig up something on Johnny Mathis. Didn't he sing like, "Rah," or something odd? I remember for some reason. Let me see. He did a lot of Christmas. Here's one I think we might remember. I think we'll try this one.
And gentle man, in every sense of the word. Born 1917, died 1965. One of the great musician singers of the century, and it's been my great pleasure in this program to pay a modest tribute to him and to remind us all, if we need reminding, the sound of his music.
Unforgettable.
That's what you are.
Unforgettable, though near or far.
I've often said 1,000 times on this show that if there's just hardly any African American man that can sing, that they just absolutely blow Caucasians away. Just blow them away. I want to see one more. I don't remember any of these. Like, When I Fall in Love, You Belong to Me, I Will Wait for You, It's Not for Me to Say, Maria, Close to You, You Are So Beautiful, You'll Never Know, Memory. None of these are ringing a bell for some reason. Johnny Mathis, A Time for Us. Not ringing a bell. But he did some Christmas songs, because we always play Christmas music, of course, just like you probably do, during the Christmas season. We have our Christmas CDs out, and one of them I know for a fact I've got is Johnny Mathis, because I think he sings a great Christmas song. Several. Actually, this is the Christmas album that we have, the CD.
Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night with a
I think I might have hit it.
big as a
I think this next song is the one that we will remember, almost all of us. Take a listen to this one, and then I'm going to go to something else. Play Misty for me.
Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand, I get misty just holding your hand.
What a voice. Just sounds like butter. You know, it's just like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Oh, here's another one. I'm sorry, I have to play this. This was when he was young. This is a beautiful voice. Happy birthday, Johnny Mathis.
Chances are, 'cause I wear a silly grin, The moment you come into view.
Can you imagine being a person that first heard him sing in a studio and he goes, "Hey, can I come in here and record a record?" And they went, "Oh my gosh." When he opens that mouth and this comes out.
Just because my composure sort of slips the moment that your lips meet mine. Chances are you think my heart's your Valentine.
Dreamy. Today is his birthday. He didn't die, so don't anybody say, "What's going on? Did Johnny Mathis pass away?" No, I just got reminded of something. I remember when somebody remade this song, and I don't remember who did it. I'm trying to find it. You know me, I'll find it. I always find it. And it was remade, I want to say, it was in the 70s or the 80s, or I can't think of who did it though, and I'm going to find it. Now it's driving me crazy. Oh, here's another gorgeous song. I just ran across looking for that one. Oh, this is amazing. Amazing. A one-hit wonder by somebody named Dorothy Moore.
Such a long, long time. Looks like I get you off of my mind, but I can't. Just the thought of you,
man, that's beautiful.
turns my whole world.
But I must press on. I'm trying to find. It was done by a band called... Oh, man, it's driving me nuts. It was... Let me look it up this way. Can you hear my computer keyboard? I don't remember. They don't have it. Oh, wait. Me thinks me has it. I think. Maybe not. Oh, David, you're just saying that because it's true. This is the same song. I swear, listen. Misty, the one you just heard Johnny Mathis sing. Listen to this version.
Look at me, I'm as helpless as kitten love tree. I'm walking on a cloud, I can't understand love. I'm Misty, holding your hand.
Isn't that amazing? Do, 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 do.
Walk my way,
And 1,000 violins began to play. I used to love Ray Stevens. I had one of his albums when I'm telling you, I've told y'all 1,000 times. You can ask my brother. When we lived at home, we had albums and albums and albums that my father acquired through the radio business that my uncle was involved in. We had everything. And I would sit in my room. The first thing I asked for when I was old enough to whatever, I think I was 9 years old, I asked for a stereo for Christmas, a stereo. And I got one of those stereos, I kid you not, that folded up. It was a record player, basically, but it had two speakers, and it sounded pretty good. and you would fold it up, and it would, be like a little carrying case. And I had a carton, like a shipping carton that was made out of wood, really thin pieces of wood that I had all these albums in. And I had so many of them. And they were all these old things that my father would collect and he would love and he would teach us. My father, I owe all of my music, quote, appreciation. And this is actually what you do when you teach music appreciation, is you show people things like, I'll never forget, speaking of music appreciation, Chris, my unborn baby, that was actually my brother's, but he was with me so much of the time growing up, told me one time that he owed all of his knowledge of music to his Aunt Debi. And I was like, oh, that is so sweet, because I would sit and teach them things like, listen to this or listen to that or listen to this or listen to that. And I'll never forget one of the last things that Sky ever said to me. Of course, for those of you who don't know, Sky Morley was a beautiful, lovely 18-year-old that lived down the street from us that had bonded with me as her mom. And she was tragically killed, as you all know, in a SUV rollover. And we were going to Target one night. Me, Sky, and Heather were going to go to Target to pick up something. I don't know. We were doing something. And we were sitting I'll never forget it. We were sitting in the parking lot in my Expedition. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had a Ford Expedition, a white one. And she said something. There was a song playing on the radio on 92.5 KZPS here in Dallas, which is the classic rock station that everybody listens to. And she looked at me and she goes, Aunt Deb, why did they used to call that acid rock? And she says, is it because when you listen to it, you want to do acid? I said, no, probably because they were on acid when they recorded it. And I'll never forget her and Heather just laughing. And we were actually listening to this. I swear we were. It was this. And it reminds me of Mr. Midnight Movie now that I think about it. And he says in the very first line, I did a little dot about an hour ago. And that is a dot. They used to call it, now I've never done acid, as you all know. I'm sure most of you have never done acid. It would scare me to death to do something like that. I would be like scared to death. I mean, I guess some of you have, but my girlfriend Annette has. And she said she would never do it again, but it's supposed to be wicked weird. But anyway, they used to call it purple microdot because it was a little purple dot on a piece of paper that people would put on their tongue and swallow or whatever. And the very first line in this song, he says, is, well, I did a little dot about an hour ago, went outside to see which way the wind blows. And that's funny that I say that because I had a boyfriend in high school that did acid one time. And he told me that, and I broke up over it. It was just a really big deal. Anyway, we won't go into that story, but we were talking about it, and he said that when he was driving his car, he could see the wind blow. And I'm like, what? I mean, I used to get scared to death just listening to stories of people that did that stuff, because it's like, it supposedly will trigger the part of your brain where you have nightmares, and a nightmare will seem real or something. When you look at people, they start morphing and all this crazy stuff. It scared me to death. But the first line of the song says, this was actually the song we were listening to. And we weren't listening to it, but it was just on the radio. And he talks about doing acid after this long introduction that he plays. So, take it away. lost angel.
City at night, city at night.
Oh, the beloved, gorgeous, handsome, perfect, wonderful, luscious, delicious, handsome, gorgeous Jim Morrison. Oh, when you walk into my daughter's bedroom, first thing you see is 2 gigantic posters. But they're not like stapled into the wall. They're like black and white photographs that are blown up enormously. The first one you see is Breakfast at Tiffany's. She loves, I am with names. Oh, she would kill me. The girl with the really short hair in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Anyway. And the other one is Jim Morrison. I mean, I've told y'all before, my children just live on classic rock. She thinks he is gorgeous, which he is. Beautiful. But I think in this song, he was trying to sound like, and I say this with all respect, like an older African-American man. He just sounds like he's trying to sound, he sounds like, hello, that's what he sounds like to me. He's trying to kind of throw his voice like. You know what I mean? Just the whole, just, what do you call that? Not dialect, but just here, just listen to what I'm talking about. Watch. Which way the wind blow? You know what I mean?
With a little girl in a Hollywood bungalow.
Well, she was like a little lady in a city of lights. I'm over here dancing in my office. Look, the lost angel.
City at night,
We got the Ebola virus. City of lights. City of lights. City of night. Is this the one where he goes crazy on the organ and he doesn't even know how to play it? And they're like, guys, Jim's been playing the organ now for like 3 minutes. Or 5 minutes? Can we shut it off? I think this is that time where he got on there and started doing that. He just like pushes the organ guy away and starts playing this crazy organ thing. Another lost angel. Let me see if I can find it. I think it is.
you know they are a liar. Driving down your freeway,
But anyway,
midnight alleys roam.
it's my understanding that he was actually
I've seen cars, the topless bars, never saw
It's just hard to turn this off. He was pretty messed up when he recorded this, when he went into the studio and actually recorded it in Los Angeles.
motel money, better madness.
Doesn't he do that long? Is it this one? No. Oh, this is where he says Mojo Rising, which is actually Mr. Mojo Rising. It's Mr. Morrison. Mojo Rising. Anyway, that's the way he said that the Chinese people or the Japanese people said his name. They would say, "Oh, hello, Mr. Mojo Rising," and it was Mr. Jim Morrison. Mojo Rising. Yeah, Jim Morrison. Anyway, whatever. It should have been Mr. Joe Mo Rising. But he said, Mojo Rising. That's not the one where he does the thingy, but I think it's one of the other ones, one of the other long songs where he goes off into this amazing, what do you call it? A spot. They spotlighted him on the I'm sitting here just thinking, and I'm looking, and I'm writing, and I'm talking, and I'm reading text messages, and I'm texting back, and I'm doing 5 things at once. So that's my little blurb of music. Nothing seems to grab me over here on the right. When I'm on YouTube, I just kind of go off on my own little tangent, but I think we'll be okay for a minute. There we go. I have my feel for a while. But anyway, not to get off the subject, but I hope you agree that Johnny Mathis has a miraculous voice. Unbelievable voice. It makes you think that God's got a really good sense of humor, right? So we talked about birthdays today. Happy birthday to all of you people out there that were born on September 30. All right, let's move on to this day in history. And I could play some music, but I'm not going to because I'm not feeling very radio-y right now. Even though I am feeling better, and I would tell you why, but nah. Just I'll do it, thank you. On this day in history, today, September the 30th. Let's see what happened. I just love these things. Maybe it was a slow day. Oh, how about this? On this day in history, in 1955, James Dean died. James Dean died. My father used to think he looked just like, and he did, like James Dean. On this day in history, in 1868, the first volume of Little Women was published. Interesting. Little Women. Who hasn't read Little Women? On this day in history, in 1918, President Woodrow Wilson speaks in favor of female suffrage. Female suffrage. Now that reminds me of a rock song. In the song by the Beatles, there's a line that I bet you don't know where he says, now I'm drawing a blank. Oh, it's Jet. Check this out. Jet goes nuts when I play this. The song Jet by Paul McCartney and Wings. It's called Jet. There's a line in that song, and you know I'm into lyrics, where he talks about the women's suffrage movement. And I bet you didn't know this. I'll show you when he says it. From the album Band on the Run. It was the name of a horse that he owned. Jet. Was a lady suffragette. Did you hear that? I bet you didn't know that. Want you to always love me. He says, I bet you didn't know. What was the line now? I forgot. And Jet, I thought the major was a lady suffragette. I've often thought in that song, have y'all ever actually looked at Eleanor Roosevelt? Have you actually seen a photo of Eleanor Roosevelt? I don't know. Don't know. Just going to keep my opinions to myself, but interesting looking lady, to say the least. Very interesting lady. Kind of shocking in a way. She was on an old, on YouTube, there's a video of her where she was on a show called What's My Line? And the guy would go, sign in, and the person would sign their name, and I was looking and I went, oh, I mean, it was shocking to see Eleanor Roosevelt. I was like, wow, she looked like, my father would say, 9 miles of bad road. I shouldn't have said that. That was mean. She was a great woman. I should aspire to be Eleanor Roosevelt. Back to this day in history. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest here. Anyway, in 1776, Washington blames a militia for problems. Let's see what this is. I'm always into the things that went down during the Civil War. In a letter to his nephew, Lund Washington, plantation manager of Mount Vernon, General George Washington wrote on this day in 1776 of his displeasure with the undisciplined conduct and poor battlefield performance of the American militia. Washington blamed the Patriot reliance on the militia as the chief root of his problems in the devastating loss of Long Island and Manhattan to the British. In his letter, Washington wrote, quote, I am wearied to death all day with a variety of perplexing circumstances, disturbed at the conduct of the militia, whose behavior and want of discipline has done great injury to the other troops, who never had officers, except in a few instances, worth the bread that they eat. End quote. Washington further added, quote, in confidence I tell you that I never was in such an unhappy, divided state since I was born. End quote. Just as the British had discovered the difficulties of waging war with, oh my goodness, where's Mr. Solution when you need him? What is this word? This is a big one here.
Obstreperous.
Obstreperous. Oh, we must look this up. Obstreperous. Look up in dictionary. Thank you. Noisy and difficult to control. The boy is cocky and obstreperous. There's a word we can use when we talk to Mr. Solution. We can say, oh, the other night on my show, Mr. Midnight, the one angry Jew was so obstreperous. Just as the British had discovered the difficulties of waging war with obstreperous Yankees for soldiers during the 7-Year War, Washington, the Virginia planter cum soldier, it's 3 words, was unimpressed upon meeting his supposed army outside Boston upon his appointment as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Forces in 1775. Just as the British had, he saw stupidity among the enlisted men who were used to the easy familiarity of being commanded by neighbors in local militias with elected officers. Wow. Washington promptly insisted that the officers behave with decorum and the enlisted men with deference. Although he enjoyed some success with his original army, the New Englanders went home to their farms at the end of 1775, and Washington started fresh with new recruits in 1776. Washington fought an uphill battle this is a little history lesson for all of us tonight. Washington fought an uphill battle for military order until Frederick von Steuben arrived at General Washington's encampment at Valley Forge on February 23, 1778. The Prussian military officer commenced training soldiers in close order drill, instilling new confidence and discipline in the demoralized Continental Army. Interesting. Before von Steuben's arrival, colonial American soldiers were notorious for their slovenly camp conditions, their basic hygiene. Von Steuben insisted on reorganizing them to establish order in kitchens and latrines. He said that latrines and kitchens should be on opposite ends of the camp, for example. Just having latrines was a novelty to the Continental troops, who were accustomed to living in their own filth. On the merit of his efforts at Valley Forge, Washington recommended that von Steuben be named Inspector General of the Continental Army. Congress complied. In this capacity, von Steuben propagated his methods throughout the Patriot forces by circulating his, quote, Blue Book, entitled, quote, Regulations for the Order and Discipline of the Troops of the United States of America. How about that? In 1935, Johnny Mathis is born again on this day in history. On this day in history, we spoke a minute ago about President Woodrow Wilson speaking in favor of female suffrage. Also, boys, listen up. In 1927, Babe Ruth on this day hit his 60th home run of the 1927 season. Damn. Did he hit a home run every time he went up to bat? I mean, I don't know anything about baseball. I can barely even practically spell the word, but I'm just saying, from what I understand, he was like amazing. 60 home runs. My gosh, that is amazing. That is crazy, actually, if you think about it. All right. I'm looking over a 4-leaf clover that I overlooked before. I have no idea why I just said that. Going over to the switchboard and picking out a quick song so that I may, if you will, oblige me, please. I need to go get a drink. I have nothing here because Jet, that little monster, came in here and took my bottle of water, which we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about plastics and how they're killing us. And I'm not joking either when I say this. This is very serioso, very serious. I'll be right back. Give me, let's see, what does that say? 3:26. I'll be right back.
When you were before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I makes you happy. Whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
He doesn't belong here. I have never heard this version in my life. I just want to hear what it sounds like. I won't play the whole thing.
Forward yesterday makes me want to stay.
This isn't the same creep.
What they said was real
Must be a different creep.
makes me want to steal.
You know, Pimp Pat seems like the kind of guy that's got the best freaking taste in music. You know, just rock and roll. I mean, just, oh my God, you know, seriously. Oh, I know he's absolutely positively evil to me. But just because somebody is evil to me does not negate what I think about them. That's foolish. Just because somebody is a certain way doesn't bother what I think about them. I've said many times, that's not who you are. That's what you do. Anyway, I have a surprise since he's in my chat room right now. I get a lot of crap, whatever, over this recording that I'm going to play for you guys. Now, this is pretty special. It's real fucking special. This was a recording. Yes, you know what it is. Don't get excited. A recording of my great-grandfather talking to my father. Get your recorders out, boys. You ready? About, well, he'll tell you the story. And since you probably, it says it starts at 1:41, which you know me, I probably got that all wrong. Let's see, 1:41. Let's start it at 1. I can get to 1:40:17. Let's see if this is it.
That guy to do it. They were going to make him do it. And it said they wired.
The story is that there were 2 white men who were charged with murder, an axe murder, a hatchet, an axe. One of the gentlemen had found his wife cheating on him, and they were going to kill her with an axe because they didn't have a gun, I guess. Well, one thing led to another, and they decided that they couldn't do it. Johnson, my grandfather calls the name Johnson. Now, my great-grandfather was actually in the militia that went after these guys. You can ask anybody in my family. That's true. This happened in Troy, Alabama. Actually, this is my grandfather telling the story of my great-grandfather who took him to the hanging. Back then, they took boys to public hangings when they were young to sort of scare them straight. Like, look at what can happen to you if you don't, if you're not good. Well, these 2 gentlemen that were going to kill this wife went over to somewhere and got an African-American man to do it for them. And just listen to him tell the story. I think it's here.
Wired my daddy. They wired my daddy through the sheriff's office. His daddy was something. And he was in Troy, they were in Troy, Alabama, this is my mom's side of the family. And it said that they were hiding in the festum. I don't know what that means. Festum, and they stalked and covered them. They had bloodhounds on them or something.
Yeah, he mentions bloodhounds. He mentions stalking and cover them and taking charge over them and all these weird words. But anyway, here it is. If I could shut up. Let me fast forward here.
This is so all 2 minutes.
Now, this was taken from a reel-to-reel found in my attic by my husband after my father passed away. I actually purchased the house that my father and my mom lived in because I was very emotionally attached to it. So I purchased their house. And we were up in the attic looking through things, or Victor was actually, and he found a reel-to-reel tape recorder. And he was like, wow, look at these tapes. And he just worked with it, and this is the best he could get it. And it was very shocking to hear. This is like ghost. This is my father. I mean, how many of you out there, Audrey especially, and David, have heard me talk so much about my father? You're going to hear the voice of my dad.
Stop forward and took charge of continue on without that. It takes them on Troy.
He's talking about Troy, Alabama.
Oh, Debbie, stop breaking it. I think before I start talking, I play it without bloviating over it. Let me go back and see.
Joe?
All right, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing these every day. I mean, it's just, my life is busy.
Strope.
Busy, hectic. I mean, if I had the free time to do shows every day, more than likely, I probably would do what you're doing as well, which is do them every day, almost every day.
Oh, that made a lot of sense, Strope. Okay, and I love to play these drops. They're fun to play. Here is an EVP saying something. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Y'all tell me what y'all think this EVP says.
Darla.
Doritos.
Jake.
Okay, Burns. Here we go again.
Oh, no. Dick Burns was on the show. Oh, my gosh. This is like Ghost. Let me go back a little bit. This is probably good.
I heard how emotional you were and that you were upset. Just come on my show for a little while and let's have a little fun.
There's Melissa Hopkins.
And
but we're not talking about your mother getting shot in the face. We're talking about the drunk comments. That has nothing to do with it. You were,
no, I'm
very
asking you
outspoken about the drunk comments here.
You are so good about trying to turn things around. I asked you a very specific question. Is there not a moral difference between accusing me of shooting my mom in the face with a shotgun and
I'll never forget that troll.
Joking around about being drunk? Do you not see the moral difference?
But that's not what I asked you. I asked you about the drunk comments. You were moral fagging here about it and very outspoken and causing throwing out threats for slander. But Vince straight up did the same exact thing, and he's the host of the show, and you didn't say anything. So what's up with that? We don't care about the mother getting shot in the face.
Oh, wait. That's right. Dick Burns is actually on the show. He's kind of co-hosting with me a little bit. He used to call in all the time. And he's white knighting me. Because what happened, that's right, Melissa Hopkins was making a complaint that in my chat room on Blog Talk Radio, and we're going to get to the clip in a minute. I'm sorry if I told you to start your recorders. Complaining that she was, quote unquote, picked on in my chat room and that I should continue to kick everybody out of my chat room. But when she went over to Vince in the Bay, she didn't do that. She was picked on. And that, I didn't know this. And Dick Burns is bringing this to my attention, and he's sort of white knighting me. Now I remember this. Let me back up a little bit more. This is kind of good to hear. I mean, it's just, one of these old best of shows.
Back to Booby. Bob Tuscan is a flagrant homosexual.
Melissa's watch used to drive me crazy. Can you hear it going tick, 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 tick? That's her watch. And she doesn't hear it.
The hell?
And I'm doing this on purpose. Okay, we have dead air here. Let me jump forward.
What happened? Little images.
Can anybody hear me? Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I do.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
God, see, look at the A's. It's A. Okay.
A.
I don't know which.
Hey, that's triple A. A. That's triple A or Alcoholics
But I don't know
Anonymous.
who.
Well, just randomly pick one.
Okay, if you
All right.
called into the Debbie Daly show, you are now unmuted.
All right.
So Google.com, put in Bob Tuskin.
Bob Tuskin. Google.
Hi, Dick Bird.
Put in .com, Bob Tuskin, and search images.
Isn't it everybody else there?
Bend over and touch your toes. I'll show you where the wild goose goes.
When's Bill Wagner?
Oh, that's right. Goose was on the show, too. That's right. I had actually another show that I tagged. I've been listening to some of my old shows that Goose and I were on together. Goose was always on my show, and we had a blast. I heard Goose.
He is the final boss of the end. You.
Yeah, and One Eye has taken...
Yeah, what happened to One Eye? Anybody
Off PTR.
Where is One
Stop. I
Eye?
can't figure out which one's he. Okay,
Not me.
One Eye. We want One Eye.
This sucks. I can't mute anybody.
We want One Eye.
Shut up, mate.
All Tuscan.
Hurt before you hurt.
Let's blame me host.
You gotta hurt
Bill
before you
Wagner.
hurt.
Shut up.
Battling about some people I don't care
Oh,
about.
Bob
Wow.
Tuskin.
That shit.
Bill Wagner. And, yeah, the moon's split in half, and black people are... He's gonna sit on about... At least feel remorseful about it? And why did you decide to reveal that information on this show?
What'd she reveal?
Something about her mother having a shotgun to her head. There's a reason why they call her Melissa Suck My Buckshot Mom Hopkins, and I still haven't figured it out.
Oh, man. Wait, are we talking about her getting molested or what?
Well, that's a completely different thing.
Oh,
That's
that's
you,
a
though.
different time.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I think it's Wild Goose and Dick Burns.
Would you say something? Unknown caller. Letter A. Okay, I'm just going to...
Okay,
No.
it's
Hey, Melissa. Okay, let
I
me
never
write your
did.
name right.
I never
Okay,
did
well,
hang up, but I just did walk back into the room. I was about to get some cigarettes, and then I heard this horrible thing said, which has to go without saying how wrong it is what he said.
Do you mind if I ask you what happened to your mom and why they are passing this rumor around?
What had happened is I happened to say that, I had 6 deaths in 6 months, and the last one was my mom dying in December. And I can't remember who said it, but it was one of the nastier people that come on the show, and they said, what did you do? Put a shotgun to your mom's head? Is that how she died? And I said, I can't believe you said that. And I just left the show.
Mm-hmm. Did she just get sick and die? She died from She
from what?
She had Alzheimer's for 20 years, and she was very healthy. Her mind was gone, but her body was very healthy for 20 years. And she got a very quick infection that went to her heart, and literally she went from having a cold to having an infection in her heart, and within 3 days she was gone. So I didn't even have time to fly out to Oregon to see her before she passed. So when this person said, "Oh, what did you do? Take a shotgun to her head?" I just said something like, "I can't believe you said that," and I left the show.
Well,
so no, I never said anything other than that my mother passed in December.
All right. Goose and Burns, you are now unmuted. Hello,
Hey,
boy.
what's up, everybody?
6 months. Tune in for the blockbuster event of the summer. Melissa Suck Butt Buckshot Hopkins. Melissa, no! Don't shoot them! No!
I think that was Burns.
I'm
going to keep them on mute because they're being ugly. I think that was Burns. Let me see if that was Goose. Goose, was that you?
Yeah. Gotta watch that movie.
Okay.
Now, how
Goose
can
is
I
a
have
job.
a good conversation with Goose through email and off the air, and then he says something is sick and unethical and
because he's joking. He's joking. He's trolling you. He's joking. Just roll with it. I mean, people sometimes would get so, and I was guilty of it too, but this was a long time before this. I had learned my lesson really quick. They get so strung out about things like that. I would almost laugh at something like, yeah, right, I shot my mom in the face with a shotgun. I mean, that's almost funny to think about. Not, you know what I mean? Not funny, but I don't know. Just whatever.
downright mean like that. How can he one
it's
face?
Not mean. It's just being a troll. Watch me give it back to him. Goose.
What's up?
Do your parents know you're gay?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Seriously. I mean, because
it's definitely comfortable. You know.
How did you tell them?
I came out and I brought my butt buddy into the living room, and he was all dressed up in this police uniform because we were going out, and we were dressing as the guys from the Village People, and we spelled it out for him, kind of like the Village People might, you know, why MC gay, except it was like, why is he gay?
Your son is gay. You'll have
Yep.
to live with it. Now your son is gay. And what they do, they're like, oh, not my baby.
No, actually, they accepted it pretty well, you know.
Well, I heard your dad is gay, but he married your mom to cover it up because his parents were like, no way. They would have ousted him, right?
It's typical. Like, society still has a lot of problems with gays, especially with their generation, you know. He still hasn't come out to his father. So.
Now, Melissa, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you how Goose would handle it if he didn't know how to handle a troll. Ready? Take two. Now do it the other way. Goose, have you told your family that you're gay?
What? I'm not gay.
You are too gay.
Like, who told you that?
Everybody knows you're gay.
Well, who? Like, name them. Are they in the chat room? Who's saying this shit?
Everybody says it.
Oh, bravo for Goose going along with that. We really had a nice, would you say, Victor, like a nice synergy for quite a while, Goose and I, didn't we? Mm-hmm. We really did. Mm-hmm. We got along impeccably. Mm-hmm. We laughed a lot. Let's keep going on this. This is interesting.
You're gay. Walk it out.
You're saying
Don't
everybody, but I don't see anybody in the chat
You're
room
a
saying
faggot.
that.
You're a faggot, Goose. You're a faggot. Deal with it.
You're fucking coke whore. I've seen that shit on the internet. You go out
Now, do you see Melissa? It will just sort of go.
Going into the Four Seasons.
All right, Goose. Victor cracks up with you and Burns. Okay, Burns, you're out of the penalty box. Don't yell at Melissa.
I didn't yell in the first place. I didn't yell.
Your biggest fan's listening. Your biggest fan. Victor, say hi to Burns.
Hey, Dick.
What up, Vic?
Y'all made a rhyme, Dick and Vic. Hey, if y'all went together, y'all be Vicky and Dick. Dick and Vicky. Dick.
Yeah, well, behind your back, we've been setting up a BTR show, the Dick and Vic Hour. Shit.
Dick and Vicky.
He said big Vic in there, too.
I actually have a real question for Melissa, and it's not, like, talking about, like, her family or anything like that. Like, I really do have a legit question.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So I remember you were on our I almost said our show. I remember you were on Debi's show, and you were, like, raging because everyone was calling you, like, alcoholic and whatnot. And then you had basically started saying, this is technically slander, I could sue you, and started going crazy and stuff. But then after that show, no less than an hour later, you called into Vince in the Bay show, and countless times he, as the host, was calling you an alcoholic and making comments to you being drunk, and you didn't say anything. Why was that?
Well, I'll tell you why. There are two reasons. One, I said this earlier in the chat room, is that, you know, I've heard that Vince has said some nasty things behind my back, but he has never said anything on air that is cruel or mean. I can roll with punches on just going with, you know, drunk, slush, all that stuff. But in the show just previous to that, that was the show where people said that, you know, I was the one that killed my mom with a shotgun to her face. And, you know, I just sent Debi a private message where Red Medicine said, even after I just told the truth of the story, when Debi asked, well, what exactly did happen and how did this rumor start? Even after I just told the story, Red Medicine posted, I think Melissa did shoot her mom in the face. It's that kind of...
I said that? I said
No. No, I just sent you a private private message of what Red Medicine just said after I told my story when you asked me, well, how did this rumor get started? And all I said was that I had 6 deaths in 6 months, and the last one was my mom in December. And even now I'm getting a little emotional. I didn't cry, but I did get emotional. And
I'm fast forwarding. I'm sorry. This is
it's pretty
ridiculous bloviation. Blah 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 blah. Wine.
15 to get out. I mean, shit had heard the show, and he said,
she's still going.
And like, you are so good about trying to turn things around. I asked you a very specific question. Is there not a moral difference?
Oh, now let's get in a knockdown, drag-out fight with an internet troll. I mean, my God. This was so painful, I can imagine. I'm feeling the feelings all over again.
Accusing me of shooting my mom in the face with a shotgun and joking around about being drunk. Do you not see the moral difference?
But that's not what I asked you. I asked you about the drunk comments. You were moral fagging here about it and very outspoken and causing throwing out threats for slander, but Vince straight up did the same exact thing, and he's the host of the show, and you didn't say anything. So what's up with that? We don't care about the mother getting shot in the face. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
You also didn't see all the private IMs I was getting during that show.
I can see every private IM in that show, and I've got a list of them.
It was too much.
No,
it was
there wasn't one.
That's not true, Debbie. And you have to remember.
I've got it right here. I can get a private chat out of any show.
Debbie,
I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not.
No.
I swear to God, I'm not calling you a liar. I know how to. Somebody told me how to get private chats on all the shows.
Okay, so did Vince call me in a private? Did he IM me in a private chat to come on his show?
Well, we didn't say that. I said that you didn't get the private chats that you alleged.
You
didn't get private chat.
If you get all the I am chats, did you see that one?
I'm going to go forward. This is boring me. I'm like, shut up. Oh, my God, this is wearing me out. I hate it.
You insinuated that you were getting just pounded to death with mean private time. You know, I was talking that whole freaking time. Shut up, Jake. I was talking that whole time.
All right, I heard my name again. I was giving the dog some food. What's going on?
Dick, because we have... Dick, you hush, hush, hush. You're being ugly and mean. Stop it.
Every time you make yourself Melissa, take a shot.
Oh, my God. Jake Skelton, how dare you come in here and make fun of Melissa?
How dare you say my name? Do you want me to say your name?
Jake would get so horrible when the trolls would call in. He would all of a sudden go into troll mode, and he was adorable all the other times. It was so cute.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, huh? Do it. You have your stupid name spelled out in the chat, idiot.
I don't want to.
You're missing one letter.
Shut up.
All right.
Debbie.
Yes, dear. Yes, Vern.
Check this out, dude. So I got this new girlfriend, right? And she just came over right now, and she brings me like home-cooked like hamburger, tater tots, like macaroni, chips. Actually, 2 kinds of chips, and then like like a separate thing of like pickles and fucking like lettuce and tomato, dude. She's the bomb.
Dude, I am stoked over the new girlfriend. What's her name? Don't you dare.
Miranda.
So, she doesn't like eat pie, like quiches? She doesn't make pie at all.
No. This girl is 115 pounds, dude. She don't eat pie.
She don't eat pie. Burns. You know, Burns is so funny that it's just his voice just cracks me up. Oh, look, Debbie McGugs is in there, and I believe she's getting a little bored. Would you like to not be the show, Stabby? Stabby, if we're boring you, how does this feel? Ready? 1, 2, 3, and boom, you're gone. Oh, Stabby's gone now.
I can't believe I kicked Stabby McHugs out of my chat room. I must have been insane.
She was bored. Fuck out of my show.
I'm going to go forward again.
What?
Yeah, because if you had a question,
I kicked Stabby McHugs out of my show because she goes, after weeks.
Do what, Victor?
Because if you have a question about anything, you just ask Stabby because he knows the answer to everything.
Yes, he does. Mm-hmm. He knows everything about me, everything about you, everything about trolling, everything about podcasting. Stabby pretty much, I'm going to go so far as to say, knows everything in the whole world.
That's right. Runs the full gamut.
He got his degree at the University of Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
But he also got his master's at YouTube University.
Winks and winks and winks. And
I'm going to go
same
forward.
old shit is getting boring. So I helped her out and I kicked her out. Stroke?
All right, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing these every day. I mean, it's just my life is busy, hectic. I mean, if I had the free time to do shows every day, more than likely I probably would do what you're doing as well, which is do them every day, almost every day.
I'm so glad you're here. Oh, that made a lot of sense, Stroke. Okay, and I love to play these drops. They're fun to play. Here is an EVP saying something. Okay, this is what I'm...
You know, she said, though, that on one of the shows, I don't remember which one it was, she said it's not crickets, it's frogs having sex.
I think it's funny. I think it's cute. Where are you? Are you inside the house tonight, Mel?
No, the frogs are quiet. I guess they fucked all they wanted to tonight.
I'll just ham it out with a boss.
That was ruder.
Aww.
You know, we could really crank this show up and have some fun. All right? Because I'm in one of those moods to have a little bit of fun. All right.
Did you take your pill?
No, actually, I didn't. You real fucking Jay. Oh, I haven't pushed out Sunday. Here's Sunday. And I don't know how... Oh! I dropped it almost. Okay. Is it Sunday today? Yeah. Happy African American Day. Thank you.
This is stupid. Hold on, I just turned this fan on because this computer is burning up. The only thing about a Macintosh computer, thank you, is they get so hot. I'm going to find this drop. I don't care. I'm having fun. Just sitting in here with Victor, reminiscing old shows. It's fun. But some of this is kind of stupid. It's actually getting on my nerves. So if it's getting on my nerves, it's probably getting on your nerves out there listening. So I took it up now to, excuse you, Victor, 136.49. Let's see where we are now.
You know, in a Holocaust, you know, in a genocide that got killed. I mean, we're talking about the Ku Klux Klan. Actually, people were not bad to slay. They were, get out your a living nation part, sir, because that's what they did to boys back then.
What is it?
Here we go.
It's a recording of my grandfather talking about a hanging that he went to of black guys in 1898. He was 15 years old.
Was he sitting there like talking about it, and you could hear the joy and pleasure in his voice of the experience?
Actually, it was two white guys that were hung. And then, did they hang the black guy? I don't remember. Maybe I'll play it if I shut up.
Here we go. Now, it's horrible audio.
My daddy opened and got him away from the house for the officers to arrest him. But down over there in Ward, the sheriff, bloodhounds, trying to find them. You live there in those towns and watch all this take place? Yeah. Where'd they find that? It started with my daddy that had some suspicious s***ers. He got him out of the house for him to go with him to get them s***ers. The sheriff was hitting his fence down there, and he carried him right along by where they're at, and they stopped and covered him and took charge of him. I'll continue on. What happened then? They take him on Troy.
He's talking about Troy, Alabama.
Damn
He
it.
said my dad, his father.
Damn it, I won't stop talking. Well, I think that's all I had. I think the rest of it I just talk or something. I don't know. I'm mad at myself.
I think you turn it back on, don't you?
I don't know.
Trying to find them. You live there in those towns and watch all this take place? Yeah. Where'd they find that? It started with my daddy that had some suspicious s***ers. He got him out of the house for him to go with him to get them s***ers. The sheriff was hitting his fence down there, and he carried him right along by where they're at, and they stopped and covered him and took charge of him. I'll continue on. What happened then? They take him on Troy. Troy out down here and put him in jail. That was in December, I believe, when they arrested him in December 1898. Yeah, and then they was tried in the early spring of 99 and hung pretty quick after they was tried. Did you know about hanging? Did you see the hanging? Yeah, I was in 15 foot of the gallows when they dropped. They hung two white men at 11 o'clock and a nigger at 12. They hung a nigger at 11 and two white men at 12. Two white men sat down above you and watched them hang. Well, didn't they bring their coffins up before they were loaded? Yeah, then all sitting out there and the sirs and the dray wagons come along with all three of their coffins. So what kind of wagon? Dray wagon, yes. Mill wagon. No.
He's saying that he was 15 foot within the galleys when they dropped. They dropped the two white men at 11:30 and the black guy at 12. Melissa, you've been unmuted. I can hear your tick, 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 tick. I think you wear a watch. Is it a Rolex?
No frogs, no crickets, no watch.
Oh, there's no way. She's got to have, and a Rolex doesn't tick, tick, tick. I was actually trying to trip her up. Okay. So there's that. That's about as that's about as far as it goes.
His eyeballs popping out on his cheeks.
Yeah, I'm not going to play that part. At the very end, he says, I'll tell you what he says. He says, what do you remember about the hanging? He said, did they put a hood over their head? And he said, no, actually, one of the men, you could hear his neck pop. He remembers that. And then he remembers one of the other guys, his eyes popped out on his cheeks. Isn't that gross? Isn't that the grossest thing in the whole world? Ooh. But I guess it worked. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yep.
That would... What?
Like 3M says, bring back caning.
Caning. What did I see about caning the other day? What was it? There was something on the internet where somebody was going to cane somebody. Anyway, I keep getting text messages. Hold on just a second. One perfect body. Jewish producer, the answer to that is no. And we're going to move on to another show that Victor just pointed to on the computer that says something about Moxie. I don't know what it says. It just says Moxie drop 119. Let me find 119 here. Here we go.
Okay, let's think about that for a second. Let's think about what I always say about it's just BTR or it's just the internet. No, it's not, people. It's people. About what you do, and I said, well, I own.
Alcohol may lead you to believe that ex-lovers are really dying for you to telephone them at 4 in the morning. Alcohol may make you think you can logically converse with members of the opposite sex without spitting. It may create the illusion that you are tougher, smarter, faster, and better looking than most people, and it may lead you to think people are laughing with you. Alcohol may cause pregnancy, and it also may be a major factor in getting your ass kicked. So what are you waiting for? Stop hiding and start living with tequila. Tequila!
I've been through this life with no place that I can call my own. I can't contain.
I'm sorry. I'm clicking forward on these shows when they come to a song. Let me go forward on this one too. Here we go. Ta-da! Almost over. Okay, here's my situation. If I was going to spend all day on this show, like some people do, and spend hours and hours and hours and hours, I could isolate this audio. I could isolate it. I could upload it to my switchboard. I could do all that. But I have a life, unlike Guy Shay. I wasn't home all day today. I was gone all day, except for the time when I had the little bebop over here. And then he went to football practice. And anyway, so no, I don't. So this is what you get. I mean, I'm still playing audio, but number one, I don't take it from other people's shows. And it's my content that I created for some reason or another. And this is the way I do it, because I don't spend all my time working on it. I could perfect it. If you want me to show you, I'll prove it. I could drop this entire thing over into Audacity, isolate these clips, but I don't want to do that. I just come on here and basically grip it and rip it. Sort of a on the spot thing.
When
Matterson, what's up with you? Are you Matterson?
You just got trolled.
And the Debi Daly Network is a force to be reckoned with.
I remember that drop. And here's Bill Wagner's song.
In the middle of the earth, in the land of the Shire, lives a brave little hobbit whom we all admire. With his long wooden pipe, fuzzy woolly toes, he lives in a hobbit hole and everybody knows him. Bilbo Baggins is only 3 feet tall. Bilbo Baggins, the bravest little hobbit of them all.
Okay, we're going to move to another one. That was not the one that Victor pointed to. It was actually this one, I believe.
You say 312. I'm actually 630. They're actually near each other. I'm in the suburbs over there. Do you want to connect them?
312, you're on with Jim.
Hey, 312, you're in Chicago. I'm over in Wheaton.
Vincent in here.
The fuckers up and throw that. Here he comes. Come on in. You have been elected to come in here for just a second. He's like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. We've got, look at this. You see these callers on the board? I'm on the internet. I'm on my radio show, okay? And it's full of these kids that are your age that are calling in, and they're like, oh, why, you know, I don't know what to do because I just da bullshit. And I've been over here bragging about how I would never raise my kid that way, blah, 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 blah. Well, the fellow that's on the line with me, that's co-hosting with me tonight, said, get Stephen in there and let him take a couple of these calls. Dad did. All right? Just say what you feel. Just give them the answer that you want to give them.
This I got to hear.
Like that. It's all guys about your age, okay? He said, all right. Here's the headset. It's just wet because I got out of the bathtub. And you're now fixing to be on the board with, you're going to be on the line. Say hi to FRD.
Hey, Stephen.
Hey.
How are you, man? Thanks for taking these calls.
All right. No problem.
Now we're going to show you this. We're going to show you what I raise, okay? Yeah, you come down here. Just side with us, all right? And here we go. Starting with area code. Well, let Stephen field a couple of these son of a bitches. Area code 412. You're on the line with Stephen and FRD.
Hello.
Hello? Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
My life's over. I became hooked on bath salts about 3 months ago. Since then, my wife's left me. I've lost my job. I can't go on anymore. And I wanted to say goodbye to someone, but I have no one left in my life.
Really? What did you say before? What was the first thing you said? Hello?
I guess you lost that one. All right. Area code 270. You're on the line with Stephen.
I just can't believe these immature people.
You can't believe what now?
These immature people that are calling in just to troll. Is that what these kids are calling it?
Yeah, the people that have nothing to do but to, whatever it's called, just to, cause any kind of attention on themselves by doing anything possible, pretty much. Saying anything, doing anything.
Is that static on my part or yours?
It's what now? I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's gone now.
All right. Yeah, I think it's really stupid that these people have nothing better to do except for call in and just...
Yeah, but the fact that we're just now talking about them is fueling their fire,
Woo, Stephen! All right. Wow.
Yeah, that's the whole point of them. That is exactly what they want. They want you to get any kind of attention, any kind at all. Literally.
They want to save $39 a month is basically what they want to do, and they want to get all them and all their buddies on in 1 2-hour block every night of the week. So kudos to you, Stephen, and kudos to you, caller, for recognizing that, man. It's a good time though. I mean, there's fewer ways I could spend.
Now we all know this is a
$40
troll. This is a troll on the line. Obviously, he's making that loud noise, but I'm letting it go.
Much fun.
I asked for Stevens.
Yeah, well, hey, you got mine.
Fuck you, old man.
You'll see it on like Xbox Live or just hackers that hack into Facebook. They do such immature things, and they're
yeah, I know.
They're
dumb.
And it very, very desperately. But yeah, it's sad. I don't even know what to do about it except not talk about it. Give them any attention.
All right, and let's move on to the next caller. Let's go to 63. Okay, first of all, this guy called in a minute ago. He was dead serious, I think, on how to quit smoking pot. He said pot was ruining his life. It was ruining his job. It was ruining his life. He didn't know what to do, blah, 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 blah. He just couldn't quit smoking pot. What would you say to somebody like that?
They're finding pot to be like very kind of dependent on it, and they're lacking something. They haven't really found out what it is, whether they're not putting enough effort or they're, something happened a long time ago to where they use pot now and they feel normal or whatever. So they're definitely lacking something if they feel they can't feel that they're addicted to it, because it's not a chemical dependent drug like heroin and opiums and all that stuff that really mess you up. Weed's just nothing like cigarettes or anything like that. It's not very dangerous. So he's lacking something in there that's either not happy or what,
Do you see how serious Stephen is? I mean, do you see what I'm talking about Steve? He's very serious. He's very stoic. He's very mature. He doesn't joke around. I mean, he's very funny. Don't get me wrong. I shouldn't have said he doesn't joke around because he's insane. He's so funny. But when it comes to dealing with anything with Mom, he's very sort of protective like, and he's got the big boy voice. You know what I'm talking about? He's just a very stoic. That's just kind of, I mean, he's going to college to major in philosophy. I mean, well, he doesn't really have a major yet, but he likes to read philosophy. He's taking 2 classes right now that are in that, but just because he likes to learn about it, he's probably not going to major in it, but he wants to go into medicine, but he's a cool guy.
It can go on and on. It really depends.
Yeah, and I was telling them, first of all, they think that I don't know that you used to smoke pot. Okay? Of course I knew.
Yeah.
And when you decided to quit, you just quit, didn't you?
Yeah, they'll have that idea of, the classic kids smoking in the house and the parents don't know. So, yeah, you just quit.
They're always like, Stephen just said he quit. He didn't quit.
They don't know what they're talking about then. They really don't.
Stephen, I want to ask you one more question, and then I'll let you say hi, Jason.
Hello.
Jason's in here. What would I do if I caught you doing some of this crazy bullshit on the internet?
Like hacking?
Yeah, and all this, just trolling.
Depends what I'm really doing on there. Like hacking into something, that can get me in a lot of trouble. Then I would. I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't let me on any kind of computer.
But would I? I would, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
See, there you go. So there you go. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. Thank you, Stephen. Do you want to take one more call, or are you done?
Sure.
All right, one more call. Who's going to be the lucky person who wants to talk to Stephen? Push 1 and push 1 again, and I'll put you on with Stephen. The hands will flash. Oh, we got everybody's flashing over here. All right. Oh, wow, everybody's flashing.
Non-trolls.
91. Oh, wow, they're all flashing. 915, do you want to talk with Stephen? You're on the air with Stephen.
Yes.
Hello? I'm sorry.
Hello?
I accidentally.
Hi.
One of them was flashing.
Hi, how can I help you?
Oh, am I talking? I can't hear myself.
Yes, you are talking.
Okay. Just real quick, I want to know, I've been talking with a bunch of my friends who are conservatives as well, And we've been talking about how like the baby boomer generation is basically ruining America because every generation before that has been working towards a better future, and now every generation after the baby boomer is working for the debt that the baby boomers have caused America. So I just want to maybe talk about that a little bit, since she said they're the same age, or we're the same age. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, but I don't know if she's in the baby boomer era or not, but I know we are going to be paying for older people, and I just want to get some input, or I guess some discussion about that.
Baby boom after World War II?
Yeah. It's like 20 years after World War II. I don't know the actual definition.
Yeah, 72 is definitely pretty accurate. No, it's directly after World War II, yes.
Yeah, it's very natural for, young adults to have a bunch of kids after the Depression and the war and whatnot, because, it makes perfect sense why they did that. And,
But basically, it's like everything we're doing now is to provide for our past generation instead of work towards the future. How do you think America can go forward in the future from now instead of backwards like we're sliding right now? Like in the election in 2012, like who do you think would be a good candidate to vote for instead of go forward instead of backwards? Because obviously Obama is.
I can tell you right now, I don't remember his answer, but I can tell you right now, Stephen is not, I repeat, not political. I mean, he votes because that's his right, and he does it because it's something that we all need to do. But I can tell you right now, he is not political. By the way, speaking of politics, before I forget, today in Dallas, an enormous plane landed at DFW Airport. Let me get the details, and I'm going to tell you what. I've told you my sister-in-law, which is Victor's sister, is very political. She's in everything. She has parties with Hillary Clinton, and she's on her staff for re-election and all this kind of stuff. She's heading up her... Anyway. Well, Victor, I forgot Victor's out in the other room with the baby, with little monkey. It had something to do with his sister, Gina, knew that it was... I'm going to find it out because I sound like an idiot here. It was something really amazing. A large jet lands in Dallas. Let's see what we're talking about here. Okay, here we go. A A380. Okay, an A380, the world's largest passenger jet, lands in DFW, at DFW Airport. And I could be wrong, but Victor told me that his sister was out there when it landed, and it was actually flown by... I'm drawing a blank. What's his name? I can see his face. He starred in Urban Cowboy. He starred in Saturday Night Live. His name is... I forgot his name. Totally forgot his name. Anyway, he was flying it, is what Victor said, that she was amazed. She was actually out there for the ceremony. And it landed today at 1:21 p.m. in DFW. Let's see what I can see here. It says the familiar white kangaroo logo on the Qantas Airways tail donned a tan cowboy hat and blue bandana for the Australian carrier's first flight of a double-decker Airbus A380 between Sydney... Here he comes. What was it?
What?
He's listening to the show. What was it about the jet?
The Airbus?
Uh-huh.
John Travolta was there?
John Travolta was there, or he flew it?
No.
I was going to tell y'all that he... I was fixing to tell my listeners that John Travolta flew it. Anyway, okay, now you tell me what happened with your...
Well, he's the ambassador for that airline.
I'm sorry.
He's the
Go ahead and tell him, Victor. Here's the microphone.
He's the ambassador for that airlines. So John Travolta was there, and she got to talk to him for quite a while and stuff like that. And
Did he go like, Sandy? God, where's Steve Rush when you need him?
Yeah, and although he is he's a pilot and he's really into airplanes and stuff, I think he did jump behind the wheel when they were up in the air. I guess it's
Really?
not a wheel, but it's a controls, I believe. Yeah.
You should see this picture of this jet,
Airbus,
sitting next to the other jets. I mean, it's crazy looking. It says, between Sydney and Dallas, the A380, the largest commercial passenger jet in the world, landed at DFW Airport at 1:21 p.m., completing what is the longest commercial air route in the world, covering close to 8,600 miles, lasting for 15 hours.
Beds in it and everything.
I can imagine. Qantas had been using the Boeing 747-400 since it launched the route, whatever, in 2011. See?
You know how loud that smoothie is from over here?
I can't hear it at all.
Can't hear it.
Okay,
just close your door.
Steven says, "Is the smoothie too loud that I'm making right now?" Because the baby's asleep in the living room. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. But it says if I click here, I can go on a picture tour of the jet. Did you see this, Vic?
She showed me her pictures.
She took pictures herself?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing looking. Let's see.
Look how small the doors are.
You know, I could at least drop the link to this gallery in my chat room on Spreaker, and if nobody's there, I at least made the effort to drop it in there.
Okay.
Here I come. Oh, I do?
I believe so.
Here we go. Paste. There we go. That's what I'm looking at right now. Hello, worthless meth addict. All right, going back to that. Where was it?
Stabby's in there, and I think he said he flew one of those last week.
Victor Stabby built that plane.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, picture number 2. Okay, boring. 3. Nah.
Look at they turn into beds.
Do they have little computers? Oh, no, those are
TVs.
TVs. Yeah, okay. Number 4. That's John Travolta. He's got on his wings. I guarantee you John Travolta freaking flew this, and I was right. Look at the freaking tail. I'm on picture 5. Hey, John Travolta. He's going, hey. I guarantee you he flew it, so y'all can all go to hell. Number 6. Okay, that's boring. Number 7.
He's got a beard.
Okay, number 8. Whoa. Number 9. Oh, they have 3 sky caps. Number 10. Number 11. That's how they cool it down. They say they're washing it.
No. That was just celebration. They just shut those things up, kind of like they do if they launch a new ship, a boat in the ocean. It was just a
Number 12. Number 13. I wonder if there's a picture of your sister. Oh, cool. Look at that.
He is flying it, see?
He is flying it, see? Picture 13 proves it. Number 14. Same thing. 15. Oh, cool. You get your own little room. Nice. See if we can see your sister. Did she get to go on the plane?
Mm-hmm.
She got on the plane?
Mm-hmm.
Your sister is so everything. 16, 17. That's probably where I'd fly, right there in Coach.
A while ago to find out what they're going to do about the Ebola.
She went to a meeting to find out about the Ebola virus.
Mm-hmm.
Picture 18. Picture 19. He's got hair color on his face.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? It's a little room that you go to. 20. Same thing. 21. 22. 23. 24. Yeah, that's hair color. His hair is not that dark. He's gray-headed.
Like that picture of the guy on the Just for Men box.
25, 26, 27. That's kind of weird looking. And 28. Well,
they didn't have it compared to another plane, which really shows how big it is.
Health officials are tracing let's talk about Ebola for a second. Health officials tracing Dallas Ebola patient's path. It says a man in a Dallas hospital has Ebola. The first human case of the deadly virus diagnosed in the United States. Doctors at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. I hate when I do that. I read it wrong because it's called a cold read, which means I've never read this before and I'm reading it live on the air. Let me try that again. A man in a Dallas hospital has Ebola, the first human case of the deadly virus diagnosed in the United States, doctors at the Center of Disease Control and Prevention said Tuesday. The patient, who is in an isolation unit at Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital, did not develop symptoms until 4 days after he arrived from West Africa, officials said at a hastily called press conference at the CDC's headquarters in Atlanta. Quote, he was checked for fever before getting on the flight, in quotes, said CDC Director Thomas Frieden. There is no reason to believe anyone on the flight was at risk. Are you kidding me? He just got on that flight and nobody knew he had Ebola?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But supposedly the only way you can catch it is when the symptoms are active. When it means
Isn't it airborne?
No, you have to touch.
Oh, okay. It says, I'm sorry, let's keep reading. The Ebola virus is not spread through the air, but through contact with bodily fluids of the victim, sweat, blood, saliva, and other secretions. The patient, whom officials would not identify, flew to the United States on September 20th and began feeling ill on September 24th, Frieden said. He sought care at the Dallas hospital on Friday and was sent home with antibiotics. Dr. Edwin Goodman at the Texas Health... I hate when they write like this. Dr. Edwin Goodman at the Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital said at the separate press conference in Dallas. Goodman said the hospital is looking into why the patient was discharged.
Here you go.
Wow.
Go home, go spread some of that shit around.
I wonder if... Did they test him when he was there and send him home? Here you go. Take this and call us in the morning. On Sunday... a Dallas fire rescue crew transported the man to the hospital in an ambulance. This time, he was admitted to the hospital. The ambulance crew had been quarantined and the ambulance taken out of service, according to a statement from the city of Dallas. Governor Rick Perry is scheduled to stop in Dallas on Wednesday in response to the news, according to WFAA. None of the officials at the news conference would say whether the man is an American citizen or not. They said that only he was visiting family who lived in this country. So he's from Africa. They said he was visiting family members who live in this country. So if he's visiting family members who live in this country, then he's coming from Africa.
Yeah, he's coming from Africa. He's
I hate to say this, but we need to stop everything coming from Africa. Frieden, along with Dallas County and Texas health officials, emphasized that the patient did not become contagious until September 24th when he began to display symptoms. I've got gum in my mouth. I'm sorry, I can't lie. There is zero risk of transmission to other passengers on the overseas airplane flight. Asked how many people may have been around the victim after he developed symptoms, Frieden said, I think handful is the right word. Family members, and there may have been 1 or 2 or 3 community members. Our approach is to cast the net widely. Those who may have been exposed to the Ebola virus will be monitored for 21 days in an incubation period. Officials would not release the name of the airline or the flight number. That's real nice. I would say, hey, look, people, anybody on American Airlines flight 499 inbound from Africa,
that's because the airline.
Go to your doctor.
Because that plane's already been back and forth on a bunch of other flights since then.
And he probably sneezed. I don't even want to think about it. Anyway.
He probably sneezed all over the chairs.
That's what I'm saying. The patient is communicating and expressing hunger, Goodman said, and a statement from American Airlines said, we know it's American. American Airlines does not fly to Africa, and we have been told the passenger was not on a connecting flight involving our aircraft. Well, then why are they talking? We follow the guidelines put in place by the CDC specifically for airlines and work with our crews to protect the health of our customers and employees. Do you remember what happened to Steven that time? Y'all got to hear this. Steven and Heather go to spring break in Florida. True story. It's Heather, Steven, Heather's boyfriend, and his brother, which was like, it was like a buddy. It was actually Steven's friend too. Steven's still friends with Justin. And they go, and the night before they're ready to come home, they all get waist drunk playing quarters, except for Heather, of course. I mean, I'm talking schnockered.
Last night there.
Right. Last night they're there. Whoopee. Well, they get up the next day and they get all packed for the airport. And Heather's like, come on, we got to go. We got to go. They go to the airline and they get to the airport and they get checked in and Steven's hungry. He's like hungover, like, oh my God, hungover. Okay. And they were well over 21, of course. I can hear Steven's blender. Anyway, and I would like to have some of whatever he's making. Okay. He makes the best health things. Anyway, get on the plane. Excuse me. They're in the airport, and Steven decides to go to this cafeteria and eat these eggs and bacon. Y'all know what I'm going to tell you. Eggs, bacon, toast, juice. He gets on the plane. And Heather sits down, and Philip sits down, Justin sits down, Steven sits down, and they fasten their seatbelts. And all of a sudden, Steven starts throwing up. Justin and Philip and Heather going, what the fuck? And he's like, bleh. And they throw him off the plane. They did. The lady comes over and says, excuse me, but you are going to have to leave the plane.
No, they're only making him, and they said, y'all can stay with him.
Oh, that's right. They were making Steven get off the plane, and Heather was like, I'll be damned if I'm going to fly without my brother, remember?
Yeah, and Heather told, what do I do?
Heather was like, what am I going to do, Dad?
Our tickets aren't going to be good for our next one.
That's right. She goes, our tickets aren't going to be good for the next flight, Dad.
We're stuck in Florida.
We're stuck in Florida. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Steven, I'm so hungry. He goes, and he just pigs out probably, and he gets on the plane. He's like, bull. Before they even, weren't they? No. They were taxiing down the runway. Mm-hmm. They were taxiing down the runway, and Steven starts throwing up. And Heather's like, oh my God, Steven, stop, And he just looked like, he was really sick. And they got him off the plane. They actually stopped and turned around, and they're like, we're sorry, American Airlines, but we've got a passenger that needs to deplane. And I think weren't they up in first class? Mm-mm. They were up at the front of the plane.
Whatever, I don't know.
That is so funny. Blood samples from the Dallas patient were sent to both the CDC and the Texas Public Health Lab in Austin, which has a team specially trained to handle high-risk specimens, said Dr. David Lakey, director of the Texas Department of State Health Services. He said the lab received the blood sample at 9 a.m. and at 1:22 got the result back showing it was positive for Ebola Zaire, the strain that has killed more than 3,000 people in West Africa.
Out of 6,500 infected, so it's your chances of dying is 50-50.
Wow. What is it? I mean, what do you do? What do you get?
Lung diseases out of Africa and all those weird guys.
All those mung crap over there where they sleep with flies and shit.
Roaches and rats all over them.
Anyway. Okay, here goes another one. Epidemiologist. You say it. Epidemiologist trace contacts by first interviewing the patient and then the family members to identify all possible names of the people the patient might have had contact with, Frieden said. Then they will outline all the movements that could have taken place from the time the patient's symptoms began until isolation. A map will be made containing time, place, and level of contact. We just repeated yourself. The CDC team and other health officials will monitor all the contacts every day for 21 days. The incubation period for the Ebola virus. See how he does that? I hate when people write sentences like this. Listen to this sentence. The CDC team and other health officials will monitor all the contacts every day for 21 days. And then it goes on to say, the incubation period for the Ebola virus. So I couldn't have known. Shut up, Debbie. Okay. In Senegal, a single patient had more than 60 contacts and all were identified and none became ill. Frieden said that anyone with any this really sounds like a don't panic deal.
Yeah.
In the current outbreak in West Africa, the largest in history, Ebola is fatal about 50% of the time. Victor knows everything.
But they're over there hugging corpses and stuff. Well, that's where a lot of it was spread.
Yeah, some of it's pretty rough. They're
People
pretty
die and they grab the body and they're sitting there going, oh, and hugging on it. And
yeah, that's
part
nasty.
Of their tradition is to do something with the body. Religion.
Well, you and I were seeing those children that were
messed up.
They were all messed up, and there were flies all over them. No, that was India.
Yeah.
Anyway, Liberia's 14-year civil war ended in 2004, and the country still lacks running water and electricity, along with enough physicians and medical supplies. Ebola has infected a handful of Americans who have traveled to West Africa, including Dr. Kent Brantley, who did his residency at John Peter Smith Hospital in Fort Worth. Brantley, who survived, was doing missionary work in Liberia when he was infected. The National Institute of Health recently admitted an American doctor exposed to the virus while volunteering in Sierra Leone. 4 other patients have been treated at the hospitals in Georgia and Nebraska. Ebola was first discovered in 1976 near the Ebola River in what is now the Democratic Republic of Congo. It is spread by personal contact and the use of contaminated needles and syringes, blah, 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 blah. I don't like the way she writes. So, we are monitoring it over here. Victor obviously has a close contact in the deal. And we'll let you know.
It started from a little boy with a bat.
Started with a little boy with a bat, a baseball bat.
No, a bat that flies.
I know. A bat that flies and hangs upside down. What did he do with the bat? Did the bat bite him?
I don't know.
See what I said? Victor knows everything. He's like one of these news guys. Ugh, that didn't come out right. Are you a news guy?
Not like that weirdo.
Yeah. Uh-oh. He just called him a weirdo. Government confirms. Okay, we already read that. VA man donates ambulance to Liberia for Ebola. Well, that's nice. Families wait in agony for the word on Ebola patients. Wait in agony. Well, I mean, if you just start pumping people full of antibiotics and hydrate them and give them eggs and bacon and toast and juice, they'll be fine. That wasn't even funny. All right, let's go. Now that we're at the Star-Telegram, which is the newspaper for Fort Worth, Texas. Yeehaw. Oh, they have the stock show part. Look at this, stock show. Here we go. Let's see what we can read about the stock show. Young exhibitor leaves stock show with no regrets. Stock show wraps up attendance, topping 1 million. Grand champion goes for $200,000 at the stock show. Yeehaw! Oh, I'll never forget that show, that funny show where me and Nature Boy, Todd Morris, laughed so hard we were crying at Jeep Girl talking about, I wonder if I've got that. I think I've got that. I think I do. In fact, I'm pretty sure I do. Jeep Girl was talking about how she had showed an animal at the state fair, okay?
Prize cow or something.
And we just took it in. I mean, we just destroyed it. It was so funny. Jeep Girl on show. I'm gonna look just for 1 second, see if I can find that. It's worth playing, even Vic and I just want to hear it. I think I called it something like, I know I renamed it something like Nature Boy and I laughing at Jeep Girl. And I mean, we were laughing so hard, we couldn't breathe. It's really funny to listen to. Let me put in searching the library. I called it NB. I always said Nature Boy NB. Oh, no, I don't see it. Rats. Nature Boy gets doxxed and admits it. Nature Boy whines about getting doxxed. Oh, come on. You know I have to play that. Nature Boy admits he's... This is where he admits how old he is. Where is it? Oh, I don't know where it is. I don't want to play it. God, that's too bad. That was funny. It was called... Oh, I don't know. God, that was funny. Look, decoder Oggs. I can't do that. That's saved for very special times. So anyway, that's the news on Ebola, the news on Victor's sister, and
Liberia.
What? Are you kidding me? Aww, that's so sad. Why do they keep having so many babies?
Because if you stick it in, you get pregnant.
Is that how it works?
Yep.
Oh. I mean, they just keep having so many children over there and they can't feed them. They're all starving. I don't know where that is. That was so damn fun. Do you remember that, what I'm talking about, Victor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. We laugh so hard. We can't breathe. We're laughing so hard because... Never mind. It was just really great. I'm still trying to see if I can find it. Hold on just a second. I'm looking. You should see some of the names on these shows. It's like so funny. The way I say, Sal Haludine, the fireman. Let's see. This one says a rare appearance from Vic. Let's see. Babette Bombshell. Debbie's daughter did a show. Oh, I wonder if that's where I played that clip from Heather's show that she did. That was really cute. I haven't heard that in years. Let's see. Show hijacked by Gravel Voice. I thought Gravel Voice was hysterical. Jake, let's see. Computer, Jerry and I. 101 pedigree dogs left to die on a Texas highway. Oh, how funny. Just all these little stupid names I give it. Oh, you know what? It's on that other computer. It's not worth even turning. I mean, I'll play it some other time. Nature Boy on the show. Nature Boy. I mean, he was always on there. Todd Morris is what I'm calling Nature Boy. His name's Todd Morris. He's a Prankville. Let's see. Simulcasting with Mr. Midnight Movie. Aw, Mr. Midnight Movie. Funny stuff. I'm just looking. Debbie, Gangster Ace, Nature Boy, The Fireman, Jerry, Jimmy, Snake. Wow, that's a big one. Let's see. Oh, well. I'm going to wrap it up and put a great big bow on it here for everybody. Yeah, it's time for me to do that. Gosh, I wish I could find that now that I'm thinking about it. God, that was funny. Well, I'll do this for somebody out there that I know that's listening. I'm going to play this for you. You know who you are. This is Nature Boy admitting his docs on air. Right. It says, is it 2:11?
Peter Bergman, you hear that? You hear that, Bergman? 20 years to life in the slammer.
Lulls. But if you get a certain amount.
And
that's up, girl. Get ready.
Here she comes. In clinch. Me say, I'm a mullet. I can't find it on the air. Okay, I'm just going to be... La 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 la.
I decided 2 days ago to become a chef for the homeless.
Okay.
I'm going to strangle you, Pervington. I'm going to rip your tongue out. Rip your eyes out.
Twerpington Doc's the nature boy.
They're all on?
Yeah, everybody's on.
I remember Sick the Tank goes, is that Doc's correct? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, you're really 53 years old? He goes, oh, no, don't say it. I'm really only 40. It was funny. And he swears now that he's 30 years old. Ugh, anyway. Just a little talk about an old friend of mine, not talking about drama. I'm just talking about an old friend that used to be on the show here. He was on the show quite a bit. And I'm still looking real quick. It's amazing how fast I can do this. We'll close out with some more of that show that I was playing, which is really funny. Here we go.
2, okay. Now, on
It should be automatic.
On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, how would you rate Heather's looks?
2. You said 2 being the best. 2 being the best or 10?
10.
10.
I'm going to tell
She's a
Heather.
10. She's a 10. She's right here beside me. She's my 10.
Baby, this guy is drop dead gorgeous.
Who is?
Where is Philip?
Oh, it's Chad.
Oh, no. Oh, my
Chad.
Tell him I said, who cares? If he's listening, are y'all going to put me on the radio or not?
Heather was having a party, get together, whatever, a little soiree over at her house. And her house that, anyway. And this guy was over there, his name's Chad. And Chad was like the big stud football player. And he's like gorgeous. And he just loves Heather. And I accidentally call Heather's house to ask her a question. And Chad's over there. Well, Philip finds out because he was listening to my show. And it got interesting for a while. I can't believe that's on here. I'm going to mark that so I can show that to Heather tomorrow. Wait a minute. Control. How do you do that? Oh, wait. You right-click it. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I'll do that later. Let's go back to this.
I'm on the radio, but I need to be hearing myself. I want to hear myself.
Do you have any balls? Are you a male? Do you have a fucking baritone?
Uh-oh.
Then use it.
Uh-oh.
Say what you're trying to say. Say it like a man, goddammit. Stop saying
that's why I'm calling you and telling you I'm upset, and I'm being calm about it. I'm not trying to call you and start yelling.
I don't want you to yell. I just want you to express yourself.
Do I?
Pretend I just cut you off in the gas line. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, now why are you taking callers you know are trolls, and then when someone who has a legitimate problem comes on, you hang up on them and call their family members trolls?
I did not call troll, and I did not hang up on anybody.
No, you called troll on me, and I'm upset because you hurt my brother. He had a problem. He wanted to call for advice. He doesn't know who else to talk to. I can't help him. You obviously can't help him, and now you're calling me a troll. You know what? You take these internet kids or whatever, and you love it because if you're calling me out, and I got a real problem, then clearly you guys are living in this for the fun. You just like the attention. You know what? I'm up to here. I'm up to here with you guys. You have no right to be this way. You're playing a game. You're playing a game. That's what you're doing. You want these kids to be calling in you, and then you tell them you have advice you can give, and when the real people call in, you hang up on them. Okay.
Let's do this. I'm going to let you take a couple of calls then, and we'll see how you do. Okay. What is your first name, please, caller?
My name's Jim.
All right, Jim. Now be real quiet, FRD. Area code
you're gonna throw trolls at me.
No. No, I'm not.
All right.
I don't do that. I raise children over here, big kids like you. I'm not fucking around. Area code 515. Okay. You're on with Jim.
Hi, Jim. What's up?
Not much. What's your question?
How long you been trolling on 4chan?
I, in fact, don't know what 4chan is, and I don't.
Of course you don't. Because you have nothing better to do with your time, man. What's wrong with you?
I'm actually watching Fox News, and my brother...
Yeah, I'm sure you are. You're probably jacking off to CP. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know what CP is.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
Okay. Do you want to do another call? I think that was an obvious troll.
Dude, how old are you, dude? Your name's not Jim. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Do you have a college degree?
Jim,
yes, I do.
Tell me if you want me to hang up, and I will.
Yeah, you want to do somebody else? Maybe I could actually help someone with a problem.
Yeah, right.
All right, then let's go down. Area code 312. No, let's do 925. You're on the board with Jim.
Hi, 925.
925.
Oh, hello?
You're on with Jim.
Hi, 925. How's it going? I'm Jim.
Oh, good. Thanks.
What's your question?
Well, I was just wondering, do you have Battletoads?
I'm sorry?
Do you have Battletoads?
Battletoads.
Battletoads. The video game for Nintendo? I do. I think there were two of them. Were there two of them? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm not sure what the question pertains to.
Is that your question?
Okay, thanks.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah, that was my question. Thanks.
All he wanted to know. All right.
I think I heard you say 312. I'm actually 630. They're actually near each other. I'm in the suburbs over there. Do you want to connect them?
312. You're on with Jim.
Hey, 312.
Hey,
you're in
baby,
Chicago.
what's
I'm over in Wheaton.
Only the fuck I'm gonna play now, you little asshole, and then put chocolate syrup on it. You gonna fuck me, baby?
I disconnected that when that was obvious troll. All right. Area code 978. You are on with Jim, the new call taker, since he can do so much better.
Hello?
Hi, 978. How are you?
Good. How are you, Jim?
Pretty good, pretty good. What's your question? What can I help you with?
I just want to talk.
Cool. So, what's your major concerns right now with your life?
Cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza. Okay. What's
pizza.
your problem with cheese pizza? What are you concerned about?
I don't know. I like it way too much.
All right. Well, there's a website you can go. Actually, if you just Google search it, you can find some cheap coupons, and you can actually get 3 pizzas for $5 each at a local retailer. And I think that answers your concern. All right. Let's do another caller.
Wait, hold on.
No, thank you for calling. That was your question. Area code 785. You're now on with Jim.
Hi, 785. What's your question?
Hi, Jim. I would like to read a couple things out of the Bible, if you don't mind.
As long as they're short passages. I'm not sure how much time we have.
I'm going to go.
Yeah.
This call's going on. I'm going to make the extension, so just keep talking, and you'll see it go up an hour. So go right ahead and talk.
Okay.
This mine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead with your short passages. Okay. But Oholiba offered her body to her lovers again and again. She remembered the days when she was a young prostitute in Egypt. There she had longed for her lovers. Their private parts seemed as big as those of donkeys, and their flow of semen appeared to be as much as that of horses.
Now let me. I know what you're doing here. Let me address you that no one ever said that the Bible was gonna hide people from the truth. And in fact, there are prostitutes, and in fact, there are women who act this way. And that's, if you want the truth, get ready to hear the truth, because sometimes you won't like it, or sometimes you'll think it's funny because you think it's obscene. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Oh, no, just I love your voice.
All right, thank you very much. I love yours, too. You have a good day.
Okay. Bye.
That was excellent. That was a very, very beautiful call. Very beautiful call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still doing my update. It's telling me that this show description has too many characters in it, and I'm like, I've already done this show description, you stupid thing. So hang on just 1 second, everybody. Hang on, we've got a little bit of a technical difficulty. Let me delete half the show thing and go down and hit submit. Point. I think it took this time. Yeah, it's sending this time. And now how much time's left? Can anybody see? Yes? No? All right. Now, Jim, I think you've done great. Now it says we have 1 hour and 5 minutes left. Let me pick back up on FRD. FRD, how's Jim doing? Is he doing better than us?
I
think I'm doing pretty good.
I hesitate to say Jim's doing a pretty damn good job.
Actually, he
Damn
is.
good job. I thought so.
The last caller said, "I love you." He loved his voice.
Yep.
We don't get much
you
of
see
that,
how I deal
Debbie.
with these trolls? We answer their questions, we address their concerns, and they go away. They go away quietly.
All right, Jim.
How hard is that?
Jim, is there any way you can bring your brother back on here so we can give him a fair shake? I want to give him a fair shake at getting help.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
You
I'm
sure?
sorry.
You sure you don't want to do that, man?
Yeah,
I mean, we honestly feel bad.
I know. I'm glad you feel bad because you know you did
You're doing
something
a
wrong.
good job.
All right. Here we go. Let's move on down the line. Area code 512. You are on the line with Jim and I guess FRD and Debbie. Jim, mostly.
Hello,
How's it
Debbie.
going?
My English is not perfect. I'm sorry. I'm from India. I recently moved to Texas.
Okay.
Okay. I am not familiar with the culture, but is this joke show or just kidding, or is this real? Because I have a problem with arranged marriage.
Go ahead, Jim.
What's your concern about? I know you mentioned arranged marriage. Do you have a question?
Yes, I don't. If you are familiar with Indian culture, we have arranged marriages.
I'm actually not, and I don't think I'll be able to help you. I'll be straightforward with you. I'm not familiar with Indian culture and arranged marriages. Maybe you'd be better off searching the internet for Indian culture-related things or finding a show that actually has experts on Indian culture.
About Indian culture, can I just ask you a question quickly? My father has arranged for me to marry a beautiful American girl, and this is well, except for I'm homosexual, and I'm afraid to tell my father this because he will not approve, and I will not have anywhere to live because I'm afraid he will kick me out of the house.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
And I'm about to turn 19, and we just moved to Texas about 2 years ago, so I don't feel my English is strong enough to go to college and get a job or something like that, but I have been studying the English language, and I'm afraid I won't have anywhere to live if I don't marry this girl.
Blah, 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 blah. What a fake accent.
Yeah, you sounded a bit Russian.
Yeah, I mean, he says he doesn't want to disappoint his father and tell his father that he's homosexual. I call troll. I call bullshit.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, we should move on then. Is there another caller we can take?
Worst.
Darn, there's 35 calls holding on the board
I've
right
ever heard
now.
in my life. Just saying.
I'm going to let you and Fish Tank plow through them. I'm going to be y'all's operator, all right? Here we go.
Can we alternate? Can I get the next one?
Yeah, just don't
no problem.
screaming really loud. It makes my ears hard to have on these
Yeah, sorry about that. I won't do it anymore. No more of that.
Area code 518. How am I? Oh, let's give them a choice. Would you like Jim or FRD? 518.
Yeah.
Would you like to speak to Jim or FRD?
Oh, FRD.
Okay, FRD goes.
Hey, Jim, what's up?
It's actually not Jim.
Wait, yeah. Fuck you.
518.
Jim.
Go ahead. 518.
What's happening, brother?
Okay. So, yesterday I was at the store. So I was getting all my groceries and shit. So some guy walks up to me, and he knocked all the shit out of my bag, and there was shit all over the place. It was just embarrassing. And then
Get off the switchboard, you loser.
That's my call.
He's gone. That was brutal.
You guys sure do get a lot of them, huh?
Yeah, that's how we get a lot of those.
Area code 214, you are on the line with, would you like Debbie, Jim, or FRD?
Definitely not Jim. That guy is fucking boring.
Hey, whoa. I'm an exciting guy, all right? I drive a nice car. Goes fast.
No, you're not.
Excuse me?
You're not at all, Jim.
How old are you?
I can tell by your voice.
No.
Boring.
Caller.
Yeah.
Who would you like?
I'm exciting. I'm an exciting motherfucker. But I could be fucking Plankton. I'd be more exciting than fucking Jim.
We're going to be the judge of that, right? We'll be the judge of whether or not you're exciting.
Okay. Go ahead and judge right ahead. But first, Could I judge you for dragging your fucking kids under the telephone at midnight? Could I judge you for that first, Debbie?
No, but you can bend over and kiss my ass.
Oh, Debbie, I wish I could, but I don't kiss coke whores' asses, Debbie.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'll tell you what.
Oh, man.
To get the fuck off my switchboard, you stupid, boring piece of shit.
Later.
All right. Area code 913. What's it going to be for you tonight?
Hello?
Is that a question?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, no. Okay. I have a question for FRD.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. I apologize in advance. It's kind of a long story. But anyways, okay. So I started with this girl, and I'm going to call her Becca, all right?
Okay.
And then there's my number one Asian, Willis. He's a G, straight up. Anyways, Becca, Willis, and I, we started hanging out a lot, and we got to be pretty cool with one another. But as time went on, my nigga Willis started liking Becca, and after about a week or two, he asked her to be his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my good Sir Willis is a gentleman and a scholar, but he ain't no goddamn Chippendale. So
Right.
Becca says, nah, I'd rather just be friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't just she doesn't just totally reject him. He just says, you know, I just want to be friends.
Of course.
Well, Willis decides he don't want to put up with that shit because that's just Willis. So he just completely shuts her out of his life. But the thing is, during this whole scenario, I started getting close with one of Becca's friends.
Sure.
All right, so I had never known her, so I done goofed when I started chilling with her, you know. But I did. We hit it off pretty good, you know, that lovey-dovey, kiss, kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And come about week 2, she told me that she on the birth control, you know. Not
Of course
because
she did.
needs, you know, no, not like birth control, you know, because she doesn't want to get pregnant, but because she has cysts in her ovaries, and I guess birth control somehow helps.
So you're not talking like morning after. You're not talking like Becca on the morning after. It's not the same thing as what...
No, he's telling the truth if he's not.
No. Like, she has cysts in her ovaries, and
We
birth control
understand
somehow
why
helps.
on the birth control pill. We understand. We got
Okay.
that.
All right, cool.
But anyways, I'm a goddamn man, you know, so I'm not thinking about those nasty-ass pus-filled pussy pockets, because all the blood's
Right.
rushing in the wrong head, and I'm just thinking with my dick, I'm going to be honest.
Sure.
So I go and I bone this chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is, but after this happens, you know, I just lose interest altogether, and I do the same thing that Willis does, and I just shut this bitch out of my life. Well, here comes the problem.
All right.
I'm a musician. I'm making some music, got to find my living, walk the dinosaur, getting big, and it just so happens that Becca has the perfect motherfucking voice I ever heard. So I have her coming over and singing for me, right? Yeah?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Okay.
Go ahead. She's singing for you, sure.
And pretty soon, my boy Willis, he hears that she's coming over to my house. And, you know, I'm a naturally flirty person. I'll admit that. He knows that, too. And he thinks I'm going to start with Becca. Well, I really just wanted to sing for me because she sounds like motherfucking Amy Lee.
Wait. Are you switch hitter? I mean, in your personal relationship,
No.
are you switch hitter?
She sounds
Are you
like
straight?
Amy Lee.
No.
What?
Answer my question. In your personal relationships, are you switch hitter or are you straight?
Am I what, a straight?
Sir,
are you switch hitter or are you straight?
Are you?
No, I'm straight.
Okay,
cool.
go ahead.
Cool. All right, cool. I'm just trying to get a feel for your production style.
Okay.
All right.
Amy Lee.
So,
okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So, anyways, he's all pissed at me for hanging out with this chick, which is pretty fucked up because, you know, A, the two of them never dated. Nothing really happened between them, and B, this shit happened like 4 months ago.
Okay, what's your question, sir?
I told him he needs to get over it, you know, but he just starts getting all pissed and bringing up all this gay shit about how he ignored the chick I was doing stuff with, you know.
Wait,
the
is
other chick.
this is your keyboardist the whole time?
She sings for me.
Okay, I know. What's your question, sir? We got a lot of people holding. Get to your question if you don't
All
mind.
right. So my question is, do you think I should just give up on having this amazing female voice in my music, or should I just call Willis and say, hey, man, I think what you need to do is just harden the fuck up.
That's a
That was a
pretty
long
good
one.
meme. That's a pretty good meme. But what I would do is actually I would swallow the male voice.
I gotta walk the dinosaur, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I would do
hard
female
enough.
voice yourself because you really got it down. So if you need to get the female voice in, then you can probably handle it yourself. Don't worry about what she's thinking.
You know, it's a troll call, but I just let him go on anyway because I was enjoying the story. I thought it was going to get a little more interesting than that. All right, we have got somebody by the name of Paddock X. You are on the line with, I guess, Jim still here, Debbie, and FRD.
Yeah. I'd rather talk to Jim. Hi, Jim. My name is Christian Weston Chandler. I'm the true creator of Sonic Chew.
The creator of what?
Sonic Chew. My problem is I need a boyfriend-free girl. I go to the mall all the time. I carry a sign, play my Game Boy, but that cantankerous Clyde Cash just keeps ruining it for me. Mary Lee Walsh sent him. She's preventing my love quest, and I don't know what to do.
So are you asking me how to get a girl?
Well, I need to find a boyfriend-free girl. It's my love quest.
Your love quest. Okay.
My love
I like
quest.
the terminology there. That sounds romantic. Actually, I really appreciate that. You know, we don't get enough of that these days. So what you need to do is just, and I hate to sound cliche, but be a man. Look her just right in the eyes. Tell her that she's your love quest. And grab her by the hand, kiss her around the hand.
I carry a sign, and it says looking for boyfriend-free girl. I carry it everywhere with me where I go. I bring my Game Boy, and I like I said, I'm the creator of Sonic Chew and Rosa Chew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she is responding.
It's that cantankerous Clyde Cash.
Vic and I are over here cracking up at how many memes these guys are going through in one call. I mean, we're over here counting them. And this Jim guy is just going along with it. Huh.
Cash, he just keeps ruining it for me.
Have you ever been to her house?
Well, I go to the mall with my sign.
Mm-hmm.
We get that. But he's asking you, do you ever go to her house?
Whose house?
Your love quest.
Well, I don't know who my love quest is yet. That's why I go to the mall with my sign.
Ah, I understand. Well, all good quests have a finishing point. You know, if you have a treasure map, there's an X somewhere. Now, if you don't know who your love quest is, I think that's your first problem. So what you need to do is, take a seat, think to yourself and figure out who do you know that fulfills what you need. Who is your love quest? Because otherwise you're just walking in circles, right?
Well, the problem is Mary Lee Walsh sends that cantankerous Clyde Cash and just prevents my love quest every time. And,
well, I don't know what that is particularly, but, one day you'll find love, and you'll fulfill your quest, and you'll be a level 99 love maker.
I have won lots of free video games as high-functioning autistic. The news talks about me all the time. I'm very lucky in that way, like I said, as the true creator of Sonic Chew.
Okay. Well, women do like money. Success is very attractive for women.
Jim, I think I love you. I do. I think you are so cool. Do you agree with me?
The last guy that was on, his girl, is she boyfriendless now?
Yep. It sounds like it. I would say yes.
Yes? You would only say it? You're not sure, though?
No, I'm pretty sure she's without, and she's also on birth control pills, remember, for her ovarian cyst?
Well, I don't know if I want to see her China.
Is that what they call it these days?
I guess. See her China. All right, caller, thank you for the call. He was actually quite amusing. Jim, I cannot get over the way you take these calls. I mean, what about that FRD?
Epic. Absolutely epic.
Yep.
This guy is great. Keep him on the payroll, Debi Daly.
Oh, I get paid now. I'd like that.
I love you. You are so eloquent. Area code 817. You are on the line.
Hello?
Yes. Area code 817. You're on the air.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I didn't realize I was calling. Same guy again. I just wanted to know what your email address was.
DebiDaly@yahoo.com, and I'll spell that. D as in dog, E, B as in boy, I, D-E-B-I, and the last name is D-A-L-Y @yahoo.com.
No spaces or underscores or anything?
No, sweetie, not at all.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'd love to connect with your husband tomorrow about the car.
Well, give me a jingle on the on my email, and we'll see what happens. Okay?
Good. Talk to you all tomorrow.
All right. Now, moving right down the list, we're going to go to area code 270. You are on the air.
Hey, Debbie.
Hey.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about my childhood.
Okay, well, make it quick. There's a lot of people holding, and or I'm fixing to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
From what I understand, you've had a hard childhood too.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, when I was about 10, my mom pretty much kicked me out of the house, and I never even met my dad.
Troll.
The only friend I had.
Not yet.
What?
I bet I know what your friend's name is.
What are you talking about?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll let you talk to Jim since now, Jim, am I handling this one all wrong? Okay, Jim, go ahead and handle it.
Well, yeah, we'll see what we can do. How's it going, my friend?
Pretty good. Did you hear the first part of my story?
Oh, why don't you go ahead and repeat it?
Well, my mom pretty much kicked me out of the house before I'd even hit 10 or 13, and I never met my dad. My only friend
Where are you from?
was from... I'm from back east in Wisconsin.
Okay, so that's more of a rural area.
Troll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
I had no choice.
Trolls, they feed off of the negativity, and they want you to get agitated. But if you just answer the questions like in a calm fashion, they really can't do anything about it, and then they just hang up and they go away.
You're missing the point. Hello? Debbie's looking for the real ones.
Well,
yeah. No, I understand.
Okay, but
you guys keep yelling troll.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you're on.
You're on.
But you won't get to your question.
Sorry.
Go a little bit quicker to your questions. You got kicked out.
Okay.
You never met your dad. Go ahead.
My town only had about 9 people in it. I live in a very small village, and I really had no choice except for to wander around and try to go to other towns to find people who liked me, which really didn't work. The only friend I really had was this Asian guy in his 30s or something who only kept me around because he thought I could get him laid. The only clothes I got to hang out was his hot ginger sister, but she was a complete sadist. But the end of my existence...
Really?
You have a question, sir. Hang on, everybody. Do you have a question?
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
No, you're going to get to it right now, baby.
Victor is cracking up at these trolls. The stories are so elaborate and so funny. So, anyway, just thought I'd say that.
This is the crusty crap.
Oh, there it is. They're taking longer now.
Milky liquor.
I'm sorry. It's just the crusty crap. Okay, guys. Area code 617. You are on the line. You're on the air now. Let's go.
Yes, hi. Debbie, I was just wondering what your version was of the word nigger.
What my version is of it?
Of aversion, it means despisement, to hate. Why you have such a problem with the word nigger?
Who said I had a problem?
Well, actually, the legal definition of the word is an ignorant individual, but it only became a pejorative racist term over the past 100 years, actually. So.
Excellent. Very good.
Yes.
Very, very good. Jim, how old are you? Just out of curiosity. Are you about 25, 26?
I'm 25. Yeah, I said I was 25.
Yeah, I think you did say that. You're very well spoken for your age. Okay, now we've got Bill.
Well, thank you very much.
Bill E100, I guess. You're on the air.
Hello. How's it going?
Soundboard.
I think
soundboard.
Yeah, soundboard. I killed it. I just now got it killed. All right. Let's go down to area code 972. That sounds pretty close to me. You're on the air. My phone number. Wait a minute. No, you're on the air. Hello. Hello.
It's your
Hello. Hello.
How's it going? Oh, did it hang up?
No, they're there. 972. What's up? Well, now they're gone. All right, let's go to JASHAAR. J. I don't know what this is. You are on the air.
Really? Weak, dude.
I just wanted to hear a little bit of the song.
Was that Conway Twitty?
No, it was a Spanish guy.
Huh.
It was a Spanish
That's
guy.
pretty good.
It was not bad.
I like this Jim guy over here.
In the area code 312, you are on the air.
Oh, a Chicago fella. How's it going?
How you doing there?
Oh, hey, I was going to fall asleep. Oh, is Jim there?
Yeah, this is Jim. How's it going? You're in Chicago. I'm over in Wheaton.
I'm never going to give you up and never going to let you down. Never going to turn around and desert you. Never going to make you cry. No.
And I'm never going to meet you.
Yeah. I got me and Goofy got this chair and ottoman set at Downers Grove last week. It was great.
Really? Are you sitting in that right now?
No, it got blown away in the tornado. No joke implied, but holy hell, it was in the 420 Grindhouse studio. So I guess
wow, I'm sorry, dude. That's sad. I'm so sorry. Somebody's pushing the cord under my door right now. Who's doing that? All right, let's go. Y'all want a quick laugh and do an... Gosh, dang, there's over 40 calls on the board.
Let's open up 5 at a time, 8 times.
Okay, you ready? I'm going to open up numbers 10 through 15 at the present time, which will be area codes. I'm going to tell you first, so you'll know. You'll be 302-515-6302, 40502, and 812, and going now.
Hello? Hey, I actually need some,
Hey, Debbie, I actually have a story for Jim that I want his opinion on.
I hope you die in a car accident. Hey, someone asked for Jim?
Yeah, I have a story for Jim that I kind of wanted his opinion on.
Fucking neck and right. Debbie, quit using the word troll in conversation, you bitch. You don't know about the internet.
Excuse me. Am I talking live?
Hey, is that 630 number? E-bombs another 630?
What?
And
Debbie just trolled the entire internet by making a soundbite that was worth $1 million.
Is there a 630 number on right now?
That one girl was going, yes, hi, Debbie. She was all serious and shit.
She was dead serious, huh? She was like, hey, Debbie.
Okay, 630, you are back on the line. You're back on the air, 630.
Hello, I'm live right now?
Yes, you are, darling.
Hey,
okay, great. This won't take long, hopefully. Here we go. Okay, I'm going through a divorce right now. I was in an accident in February. It was in a car accident. Now, the divorce was because of the accident, okay? Because my wife, who was driving, reports proved that she was high on cocaine. She rolled our Jeep Liberty. I ended up in the hospital, and she was fine. I'm wanting to tell this to Jim because I'm thinking you have a little hard edge here. I'm talking to Jim here. Okay.
You're also pretty close to me. I heard him say 630.
Yeah, you are both 6. Jim's in.
I'm close, but I can't say exactly where, but I am close. Okay, here's the deal. Wife gets in an accident. She's unharmed. Reports prove that she was high on cocaine. I go to the hospital, punctured pancreas. I'm an overnight diabetic because of this. Car's totaled. I have reconstructive knee surgery. I'm laid in the hospital till early this month. A month and a half of sitting in the hospital. Now, this isn't my question, okay? I'm getting there. All right, what happened was, while I was in the hospital, my wife's brothers took over my house that I own. They stole important documents and belongings, moved their belongings in, all during my stay in the hospital. Okay, now, it's a civil matter at this point. They've been there for almost a month now.
Caller.
Okay.
Jim's got a little bit of a question. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is that they've come into your home while you were incapacitated in the hospital?
Yes. They're basically what I see is they're squatting there. They've taken over my house. I don't even get mail there. My mail's piled up.
All right, calm down. I've got some bad news for you. There's almost nothing you can do at this point. My recommendation would be to, if you have any savings, pay them to get out. At this point, if they are receiving mail at the location, they legally live there. You would have to pay them to get out. Otherwise, it's going to be very expensive.
I mean, once it goes to court, I can prove that even though they've made fake documents and they've taken my information, they can't get away with it.
Well, unfortunately, as you know, the law out here is they are legal residents. By going in, by receiving mail to location, for being there for a set amount of time with no one told them to leave. You know, like you said, it was your wife at the time, so she probably gave them permission. You are out of luck, and I'm sorry, you're homeless. Yeah. Your best bet is to try and pay them to leave, because a lawyer is going to be way more expensive. Welcome to being homeless. Welcome to one of the biggest problems in America. And now that you're injured, don't expect the government to come and give you anything for it. Okay? You should have been responsible and had a savings, and that's the way it is.
I love this guy.
I love this guy. I'm sorry, caller, but he's right. I mean, did you know that in the state of Texas, if FRD and I were just to move in and live together, and he started receiving mail at my apartment, that he could call, what's that marriage called?
Common union?
No, a common law marriage on me?
I wouldn't do that to you, though.
I know, but I'm just saying,
I'd make an honest woman out of you, Debbie.
Jim, why does it have to do with the mail? What's the big deal about receiving mail at a place?
Well, it proves that they live there. It proves to, let's say, a police officer comes to the location. This man says, "This is my home. I live here." Well, the people inside are going to say, "I don't know what he's talking about. Here's my bills. I live here." The cop's going to say, "Take it to court." And you know, these cases, they go on for a little over a year, where you can, you know, there's a famous case just out in my area where a gentleman went into a $700,000 home, just walked right in legally. This home was foreclosed on by the bank, and you know, these banks don't have the capacity to monitor all these locations, so he lived there for free in a mansion, practically out in I think it's Sugar Grove, Illinois.
Like the dude.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, it is actually legal to walk into any vacant home, as long as you're not. If someone gives you notice not to be there, or there's a no trespassing sign, you're going to be questioned. You're probably going to get told to leave. But that's it.
So
you're not going to get arrested.
It's like Fight Club.
Yeah, like the House and Fight Club. Yep. So, you know, it's funny because they say one of the biggest problems out here, in the States, is that we've got homelessness and vacant homes. But it's the homeless people's fault for the most part, because squatting rights, there's squatters' rights. You can legally go to vacant homes. And then if a bank owns a property that they are not using and they're, in fact, losing an investment on, they would prefer you live there and fix it up and clean it up. Why aren't people doing this?
Wow.
I am.
Did you know that there are mansions in Dallas, big, beautiful, gigantic mansions that they will let you live in and you will be rent-free if you will, because of the utilities? They say that it's better for the home, the actual physical home, the building, that if the electricity is used and the water is used and the home is used, it's actually better for the home.
Yeah, it's similar to the guy that I had on the Gary show, Mark from the Dark. He's a porn producer, and he's been known to fly people out from the East Coast out to the West Coast and put them up in model homes because they want people in the model homes actually using the utilities that they're paying for. And it's worked out for the porn industry. It's crazy.
Well, I was actually told that it's literally good for the building itself, the wood, the bricks, everything, that it's actually good that all those things are running.
Well, yeah, think about it. I mean, if you were a home, wouldn't you want to be lived in?
Oh, yeah. You know, having the water running helps the pipes from going bad, taking care of the grass, the yard. So, you know what I want to say right now to all the people who might be listening, whether they're trolls or not. You know, I heard someone mention that they were homeless. There are vacant homes that, as long as you are polite, you clean up, and you're mindful and respectful of your neighbors, you can have a free home. All I got to do is pay your bills, pay your taxes, like every good American, and you get yourself a free house.
Well, let me ask you something. What if you don't? I mean, what if they break into the home? I mean, how do they get in? What if the door's locked?
Yep. Well, it's a tricky situation with the law. They have to prove there's breaking and entering. So, actually out in San Francisco, they're having huge messes of these people my age. You know, they'll get about 5 people together. They'll go up to a door. They'll use what's called a bump key. Okay, it's a key.
I'm very.
Oh, sure, a bump key. Yeah, definitely, dude. That'll get you in anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It'll get you right in, easy as pie. They bring in their sofas. They put up the TV. They change their bills, and when the police come, knock on the door and said, bank says is their house. They say, well, we are legally residing in this, and the cop will say, you have a mighty fine day. And that's usually the end of it. Some of these banks will actually pay the individuals who live there several $1,000s to move out. And here's where it gets interesting. After the banks or the owner pays you to leave, you can actually request from a court about 2 months, or actually whatever the judge finds reasonable, for you to move out. So you say, okay, we'll leave. We'll take the $5,000, and we're going to need 2 months to get our affairs in order.
Yeah, well, that gives you 2 months to sell that fucking apartment to somebody else, doesn't it?
Well,
I'm gonna sell it for $900 a month and make $1,800 on top of the $1,000 they pay me to get out. So fuck them.
Hey, that's dangerous though, because then you commit fraud. Now, it's completely okay if these kids want to go take over a house somewhere. Just, you don't want to steal it from somebody. Unfortunately, there's a lot of vacant homes out in Worcester County, Maryland. Has the highest percentage of vacant homes. There's about 57,000 homes, half of which are vacant. And people just walk right into a house. It's theirs.
What county was that?
All right. Vacant.
Worcester County, Maryland.
Cool.
It's over on the shore.
That's right up your alley.
Right up my alley, actually.
All right, here we go. We have got a full board, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's get some of these callers answered. All right, area code 319, you are live and on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, 319.
Hello.
Who's your question for, Jim, Debbie, or FRD? And please state your name.
My name's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
It could be for whoever. It's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
When I was younger, I had this dream, and recently things have not let me, I guess, fulfill this dream. And I guess maybe if I share it, maybe you guys can give me some pointers or something.
Okay, what's that dream, baby?
Word.
Word.
I had this dream to be the very best, like no one ever was.
That'd be troll.
And to be a master.
Troll.
A master of what?
Master debater?
Yes.
Well, darling, good luck. All right, let's go to Moot Motter. Let's see. M-O-O. Moot Motterson? Moot.
Hello?
You're on the air.
I'm on the air.
Yes, you are.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well.
Moot Buddha. I'm sorry.
I'm just really scared right now because it was really late last night, and I was really into this video I was watching online, and I ended up downloading just a bunch of child porn.
All right, now I can fix this for you. First, I want you to give me your IP address.
Yeah.
And
can you give me your IP address?
Your IP address, sir?
I don't. What is that?
Your IP address is the address of your computer, and if you give it to me, I can actually help you.
Hold on, Debbie, just keep him on the line. I'll do a trace RT on it. It's all good.
Okay, you have my permission to say, get him off!
Wait. But
keep talking. Keep talking.
The worst.
Keep talking.
The worst thing about this is where I'm at right now. This isn't where I downloaded it, because last night I was at my dad's cottage, and that's where it was, and so
cool.
I think
Debbie, I got what I need. Get him off.
I think you might be screwed.
Well, I'll just say this for that caller. You can probably still hear it. If that is true, it's probably not, but he will send his father to prison. And actually him.
Have fun with that, buddy.
Yeah. Area code 760, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes. Make it quick.
Am I on the air?
Okay. Where am I? Oh, wait, here I am. All right, here I am. I'm actually not even really in here anymore right now. I went out there in the main area and started doing something. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, that's the washer. Hold on just a sec. Let me close my door. I started the washing machine because that's just what I always do. Y'all know that. So does Barco. Or no, it's RD. He's always... No, Barco... RD does dishes all the time. And the way this house is laid out is... There's like when you walk in, there's this and that and this and that. And then there's like a kitchen. And then back behind the kitchen, there's a little bedroom. Some people say it could be a study, it could be a whatever. And that's what I've got my little setup in. And there's also a printer, fax machine, some shelving units. There's a little table that I bought for Jet that's got his crayons and markers and stuff. But in between this room and the kitchen is... What is that noise? Wait a minute. I guess that's the washer. Is the laundry room. I'm sorry. And so whenever I have the door open and I start doing laundry, it's really loud. So this has been fun. I actually feel a lot better. I haven't been feeling very well lately because remember I told you I had to go to the doctor and all that kind of crap about my thyroid and all that mess. Well, I actually was adjusting the medication on that, but who cares about that? Yep. That's weird sounding. Yep. Stop. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to anybody that's out there. I don't know if anybody's out there listening still or... People, they hit this show on the replay. I mean, I have so many listeners. I have some that listen live that I know on the East Coast, but I have a lot of them on the East Coast that pick up the archive. So, I don't know. And whenever you see, when I get off the air here, whatever you want to call it, the internet air, and you notice that there's not a picture, like an avatar for the show, that means I haven't even messed with that. And I haven't even promoted it. Because on Spreaker.com, they've now given us the opportunity to do promotion of our show. And I tried it. And it really works. I mean, the listening audience has just really gotten big because of that. But so if you do a show, it's worth every bit to click on that promotion. It works really well, trust me. And I've been getting a lot of just new listeners that nobody knows, that I don't even know. So, and a lot of people that are in the chat room listening to the live podcast don't speak. It's different on Blog Talk Radio because you can see everybody in the chat room. I was going to tell you something interesting about the thyroid. The worse the thyroid gets for a female, her voice gets kind of like gravelly, sort of. And one thing that everybody's noticed is my voice is back. This is about the pitch that my voice usually is. And if you listen to past shows over the past 2 or 3 months, and I've got to tell y'all something really weird. I had a pharmacist over here that filled my prescription with the wrong dose of thyroid medication. So, can you imagine if I were to launch a lawsuit against them for that? But I'm probably not. I mean, I'm not, because the only reason I would even consider doing something like that is if the people were like really a jerk to me, like really, really, really a jerk. That is the weirdest noise. Oh well. So, anyway, I didn't take any calls tonight. because I was just, I don't know, sometimes I'm in the mood to take calls and sometimes I'm not, but I'm always in the mood for Mr. Midnight Movie and Jewish Producer and the One Angry Jew. Somebody's walking in the door. I wonder if it's Mr. Landlord. Oh, it's Philip. All right. I will see you guys the next time on this crazy show here. You know what I'm doing? I'm looking for something to close out with. All right, we'll just play this, which is the first thing I just found. So I'll see you guys the next time I do it. All right? See you later. Bye. Stop. All right. I just got a Skype message that said, don't play that freaking song. Okay, I won't. And I have a request. Fine, I'll find it. I have a request from somebody on Skype. And I'm looking for it. I know I've got it. If I don't find it, I'll just play it off of YouTube. Let me look. Let's see. Second secret meeting, convoy, reunited. Hey there, Delilah. Mr. Jones, heart of gold. It's been a while. Hey, soul sister. The reason. When I reach for the final countdown. Uprising. Munchausen by proxy. C.O. Lee Green, Foster the People, Brave. They're in no alphabetical order, and there's no way to do that in alphabetical order. It's just, you get what you get. Ray Parker, Marilyn Manson, Trivia, DJ Earworm, Meredith Brooks. I'm looking. Shut up. I'm not going to look much longer. Queen, Killer, Les Crane, Alabama. Okay, one more page. If I don't find it, I'll just go get it somewhere else. Over your house, blah, blah, blah. All right. Look one more time. Turn the page one more time. I don't know. Oh, I found it. It's so fucking long, though. Well, I'll just play some of it. I won't play the whole damn thing. It's too long. You know, I mean... It's so quiet when I'm here by myself. I'm not used to talking this much. It's different when you're by yourself. All right, here goes. This isn't me doing this. This is by request until I see you guys next time. I'll check on my chat room. Should I check on it now? Nah, I'll check on it after I get off the air. The problem is Spreaker.
You suck because you don't protect your host, you don't take care of your product, you don't take care of anything. Thank you.
Yo, trolls. Submitted for your approval. This is the Debi Twilight Zone. Bum, bum, bum. West Side.
Getting rid of two people off of this platform would help, and that would be Angela Truth and Sick the Tank. First of all, you don't love the trolls.
I hate the trolls. I'm sorry, I don't love the trolls. I hate them. I wish there was a secret task force right now.
Yes.
First of all, you don't love the trolls.
Yes.
It's 2 a.m. Fear is gone. The sun's still warm.
First of all, you don't love the trolls.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
First of all, you don't love the trolls.
Yes, yes, yes.
Trolls.
Yes, yes, yes.
Trolls. Trolls.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm falling down a spiral, destination unknown. Double cross messenger, all alone. Can't get no connection, can't get through. Where are you?
Trolls.
Well, the night weighs heavy on his guilty mind. This far from
First of all, you don't love the trolls.
when the hitman comes, he knows damn well he has been
Yes, yes, yes.
cheated.
You don't love the trolls.
Trolls.
Yes, yes, yes.
Trolls. First of all, you don't love the trolls. Trolls. Trolls.
Yes, yes.
Trolls.
Here's my understanding of what happened, because I saw the email, the original email. And so then this email gets, and I have no reason to lie. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't need a bunch of friends. I'll choose who I want to like and all that sort of stuff, and who I want to be friends with. But anyway, my point is I saw the original email. And then I saw the morphodited, the altered, the changed version. And I'm thinking, what in the world happened out there? What would make the person that received that email change things and try to create such a, I mean, this is a person that's got some real problems, some real severe mental problems. I don't know if this person just needs the attention. She wants to be a constant victim of I call them professional victims. I don't know what the deal is, but I can assure you that I saw the original email.
Oh.
Yeah, not the one that was posted out somewhere.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh.
Not the, you see, that's the problem that you get with all these fucking people that decide that what they want to do is I'm going to make this look like she wrote this, and I'm going to make, and so they edit things. I don't want to communicate with people in text. I don't want to get on Skype with them because they alter things.
Because they misconstrued it.
Right, because they have no character and they have no value. All they try to do is try this whole idea of saying that Debi sent some kind of threat of violence. That didn't happen. I know that for a 100% certain fact. And I'm not just on here kissing up to Debi Daly because this is her show. I'm on here telling the truth because I have nothing to gain.
First of all, you don't love the trolls.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Trolls. Trolls.
Yes, yes.
Trolls.
Yes, yes.
Trolls.
Yes, 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 yes.
Trolls.
Yes, yes, yes.
Trolls.
Yes,
You don't love the trolls.